This episode brought to you by Uncle Willie's Jesus Blood flavored whiskey. Nothing gets you fucked up quicker.
Hey everybody, we're watching Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
And I'm Todd, just Tebow Murray.
You should just change your last name to Tebow and then say you're Tim Tebow's sexier brother.
Fucking A.
Right?
I don't want that loser's name associated with mine.
Oh.
I think this guy riding my coattails to Glory Town.
Tight buns. He's got tight buns going.
Tebow's tight buns.
Oh yeah. We are watching a fantastic movie today. Mostly a horror, kind of a comedy.
It's got a little bit of everything in it.
It's whatever you need it to be. It's the Rorschach test of
films.
Of films.
Of flisms.
Flisms. I think that's what Shaq would call it. I thought in another flism.
And he'll do anything either. I just literally just saw him in I think a Gold Bond. That man will do anything.
Yeah.
Didn't he make enough money off of Shaq Fu? Why does he have to do all these things?
Shaq Fu the video game or Shaq Fu his rap album?
The rap album.
Both things exist.
Yes.
Do you want me to shoot it? No. Do you want me to
course.
pass it? No.
Because he can't.
Do you want me to slam? Yeah.
Yeah, of course they do.
Get out the way. I know most of those
Jesus
songs
God.
still.
I know you had Shaq Fu.
I had that one, man. It was just...
He was a Shaqaholic.
And then there was the Fife Dog did one, and I just remember I was like, knock. Who do you think it's the plumber? The plumber. I'm coming to fix the sink.
That sounds like Onyx.
Yeah, it's just like he was the man.
Shaq fucking Fu, baby.
All right, so maybe
I do not regret my Shaq Fu tattoo at all.
Welcome to Shaq Talk.
Shaq's actually here. It makes it less interesting.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
He's from Jersey or something.
I'm Shaq Fu.
I'm Shaq Fu.
I'm the king.
Yeah, that's how he...
I'm the Aristotle. Superman.
Yeah, so Shaq, how's your day?
Aristotle.
Oh, that's right.
I have this world's smallest car, and I fit into it. like a whole bunch of clowns. Nothing he ever says makes sense. He's just
he's not even wearing a suit with a bunch of clowns on it.
Yeah. Charles Barkley is always gambling on whether or not I'm going to wear a suit that's too big for me or too small for me.
That's wonderful, Shaq.
He should always say too small. They don't make suits that big.
That's terrific.
Kobe. I'm going to get Kobe.
What?
That's Kobe. Honestly, it's just
just ramblings of a madman.
I can do a vague impression of him as long as I don't have to
Pretty
say anything.
vague,
As long as I don't have to say anything of substance.
Because you look just like him. So you don't have to say anything at all, and then your impression is even better.
From really, really far away, I look like his negative.
Yes.
So it's fine.
To
me, it's basically the exact same thing.
I did love him in Grown Ups too, though. He was pretty funny in it, actually.
Yeah, he was. See, I
laughed alone and was mad at myself during Grown Ups too. I was like, fuck, Todd, you just laughed at this movie. And I was like, shit.
I remember I saw it was an episode of Jackass, and they were at a video shoot with Shaq, and all I could think was, wow, he's still at the rap game? This was way after Shaq Fu.
You're not in the rap game. You live the rap game.
We're talking...
There's no leaving.
Way too much about Shaquille O'Neal. He could not have less to do with what we're doing today.
We were
talking like crazy about
Shaq's love looms over us all.
That's true.
Love loom.
Love loom.
I played the love loom.
I love looms. I used to use the loom to weave my pants because I can't buy pants big enough for me at the store.
Oh, that's great, Shaq. Hard times. Pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. That you made.
They make pants that big, but Kobe buys them all, so I can't have them.
It would just be a dick, huh?
Kobe's gonna get an
Those are his
Oscar.
rape pants.
I have to work with Charles Barkley. Cheesy beefy, beefy cheesy.
Charles Barkley.
Your speech is terrible. That's not really it.
What the hell was that? He's putting on different hats. I don't know what's happening here. Dear God, where'd you get all those hats?
My life is an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, God. And we don't get to hear what the scenario is. So it's wonderful.
And I keep running out of the room and going like, ding dong. And I come in and now I'm acting like John Wayne, who's constantly tripping. And everybody's like, what's happening?
And you don't mean falling, you mean straight tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see a bunch of rainbows, pilgrim.
It's the worst John Wayne
I can't
ever.
That was not the worst ever.
All right there, little lady.
Yours was better, but that doesn't make mine the worst.
John Wayne.
Yeah, but
I
yours
don't know if
wasn't.
he would say his name like
In
that.
fairness, though, yours wasn't tripping.
It
And
wasn't
that was
straight
the
tripping
premise
at
of
all.
All right. Hey,
You
wanna
know
watch a
who's
movie?
not straight tripping?
What?
Us two, right here.
We're not. We are sober. We are of sound mind, and this is the kind of quality you
Well, I
get.
don't know about all those, but quality, yes.
More or less.
Yeah, less.
Quality more. Yeah, probably less. If I had to guess, it's probably
what the
less. All right,
Let's
so
fire this thing up. I want to
Yeah.
eat chili.
yeah, Todd's gonna get home and eat some chili.
Late night chili.
And yeah, we recorded last week's episode and this at the same time. This isn't two separate batches of chili Todd's getting at.
I wasn't eating chili last time.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't made yet, though. It's made now.
You kicked down the fourth
made.
wall.
I blasted it.
You're the Deadpool of
Like,
podcasts.
I'm like a look from Marty Feldman in any Mel Brooks movie. Like, boom, I'm staring right at you.
Oh my god, anybody
What?
for any like younger people listening, that reference was perfect, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. All right, let's get this bad boy going. Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight.
I love this film.
Let's press play.
This movie, trivia fun fact
Yeah, let's hear
about
it.
me.
Yeah.
This is the soundtrack, movie, whatever, life experience that got
Mm-hmm.
me listening to heavy music.
Yeah.
I listened to no heavy music. I believe is The Crow after this?
Around the same time.
Because
it was
I
95.
I bought this soundtrack
Yeah.
because man, the tunes are so killer in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like they fit so well. Like if hopefully you're watching the movie so we
Yeah.
can fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
But like the soundtrack is so awesome, and it had like the Gravediggers and Pantera and like a mixture of metal and rap, and this got me into metal.
This was a really like
And rap,
well
pretty much.
curated soundtrack.
And then I got The Crow, which had a heavy shit on it, and then after that I bought the first Korn album.
The Crow was a
And
really
then it was
good.
a big skidder after that. Apparently,
You wore black shirts.
I
that was
still
about
do.
it.
Oh, I'm wearing a brown one.
I'm wearing mine's more black, but it says Star Wars on it.
What
So
a fucking surprise!
I've been having this conversation about my son because he's like literally every day is in Star Wars clothes. And today I put his BB-8 shoes
You
on
wear
over
him.
his. Yeah, I know.
You wear him.
I
You know what I meant, right?
I dress him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put his BB-8 shoes over his R2-D2 socks while he was wearing his Darth Vader and Stormtrooper shirt. And then what he calls his Chewbacca coat. It's not a Star Wars coat in any way, but it's got fur on it, so he calls it a Chewbacca coat. And then he came home to wear his Star Wars jammies. And like it's just
Oh my
and that's
lord, Daddy's boy.
yeah, oh god, you have no idea. It's the best.
This is one of the best entrances of a TV show like ever. I love it.
It
I
really
love
is
the music.
good. They did update this though for the movie, right? This isn't exactly the same one. They
No,
used for the TV.
I think it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I've been watching the old ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I haven't seen the old ones in a really long time.
Yeah. I'll go down the stairs looking at some
It's-
stuff.
It's so good, and just the idea of the Cryptkeeper, like this is something that's kind of like old. Like anybody who saw like Gremlins 2, saw like the old vampire, like the Grandpa Munster there was doing like
doing
introducing
that
the
show,
movies.
yeah.
And that used to be a thing. Like Elvira was one, and there was always been those kind of
Elvira.
things. And this
They don't
one,
have those on anymore.
Yeah.
Shit like that, showing all the horror movies.
yeah, and this one was a real, this was like a real homage / parody of them.
Murder gets her hot too.
Yeah, this was actually really funny because I spelled axe wrong, but I'm gonna.
Oh, in the bottom, he's auto correcting the spelling on the
There we go.
on the rip off. Woo! So you can always count on Tales from the Crypt too for some boobs and shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who this girl was. Like, I feel like she was
She's a
somebody.
freaking,
but she
sounds like a
was-
porn star.
I went through the IMDb and I didn't find her. But I remember this line, hot and squishy, always like this affected me as like I was 14 when this came? No, I wasn't
God,
even
it's
14.
sweet. I was just mortified when this movie started.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and I was like, "Is this the fucking movie?" Like,
Yeah, like what?
the fuck? Like,
This is not what I saw.
there you go.
But yeah, this was
this is how a movie's supposed to start. We already got corpse legs, big, huge fake boobs.
the fakest. This
Beautiful. Look
Yeah,
at the
this gave
lips
you a
on her,
really-
too. Jesus.
this gave you a really interesting fake lead in, but it had a nice kind of Toxic Avenger vibe to it, like the grossness of his boiling whatever. What tick? Why this is?
Cologne, or yeah.
I love this, and then the reveal of.
So happy when this happened in the theater. I was like, "Oh
so
my
good.
god!"
And here's John Larroquette, of Night Court fame back in the day, and he's in that show right now with
Buddy from SNL.
Yeah,
Look
with,
at the
Bobby
CG
Moynihan.
Cryptkeeper body moving
So,
around.
no, that's not a CG Cryptkeeper body.
His
Actually,
head.
that's a real actor with green. He's wearing a green screen mask, and then they CG'd in.
Like that
his head
bad.
after.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Just the Crypt always had lots of celebrities in it.
Yeah,
The one with Demi Moore. Demi Moore is so gorgeous in it. It's her and Jeffrey Tambor.
really.
And Jeffrey Tambor's wearing this giant like fat suit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my god, it was a really good one.
Nice. So I want to talk really quick about John Kassir, who's playing the voice of the Cryptkeeper here. Little fact about him: he beat Sinbad and Rosie O'Donnell in Star Search to win the $100,000 prize.
He did?
Yeah, he actually won Star Search that
What
year.
did he do?
It's comedy.
He
was
did.
he was a stand-up comic, and he beat Sinbad and
He's
Rosie O'Donnell.
Wormtongue, right?
No, that's Child's Play. He
Oh,
was the
that's
voice of
Chucky's
Chucky.
voice.
Yeah, that's
So what does this guy do?
he is a mega voiceover guy. He's the voice of Buster Bunny in Tiny Toons. He is.
I love Tiny Toons.
He plays the voice of Miko in Pocahontas. He does voices on Earthworm Jim, Eek the Cat. Well, he was Crazy Smurf in The Smurfs 2, the more recent movie. He did various voices in Despicable Me 3. He's actually done animal voices on The Simpsons alongside Frank Welker.
No way.
Who's like another, big name people who
Killer tune right there. Filter.
Yeah, Hey Man, Nice Shot. Like this is
Killer.
another one of those bands that had like really heavy stuff and then didn't.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
once
it-
they came up with that one tune, right?
Taking a picture.
Yeah,
or
it was
whatever.
like, oh, geez.
Well, that always happens, right? And it's
Yeah.
just like, and it makes me just instantly not want to. And I didn't mind that song, Take My
Oh, it's
Picture. It was a
pretty
good
good.
song.
No, it's good.
But it's just then it's like we're gonna change everything we are because
It
that
doesn't
song
fit
is-
on the album either. Like when you listen to the album's killer,
Mm-hmm.
but that song is all of a sudden it sticks out like a sore thumb. You're like, what the frig?
Yeah.
Like,
So we're looking at William Sadler. You definitely know his face. Well, now we're looking at Billy
oh,
Zane.
didn't we just watch
and
Billy
William Sa-
Zane last
We did.
week in
2 weeks ago in Back
we
to
got
the
a lot of
Future?
Billy Zane movies, man. Wait, how many Zaners we got?
Well, this only our second so far, but we talked about him a little bit last time. But of course, obviously, you know him best from Titanic. He was in Tombstone. He was in Critters, Dead Calm. A lot
Remember
of movies.
that movie that
The
we
Phantom.
That movie we wrote called The Zane Frame, where a kid gets sucked into a computer he created where everyone's Billy Zane.
Yes.
What
That was
a
just because I
fucking-
was going bald, and we thought that was the best person I would
How-
have the opportunity to play.
I know. What the fuck happened? The whole thing fell apart. Billy was going to be on board. He had shit all going on.
Oh, Zoolander came, and then he just changed his mind.
Fucking Zoolander. Bastards. Ruined our whole fucking thing. It was going to be a franchise. A universe even.
Yeah. I love this too. Oh yeah, it could have been an extended universe, no
Damn.
problem. The Zaneverse, but the but I like this too. You get a little bit of a what's the word I'm thinking of? A
little bit of
an
tit for tat.
an androgyny of who's who.
Oh, right.
In this.
Right.
Like at this point, you don't know who the bad guy is. You don't know who the good guy is. You
we
just
don't know what's
something's
going on, even,
right?
yeah. Who
So
to
yeah,
trust?
Exactly.
Who to trust?
So and then you got William Sadler there, who we saw
car
just
explosions.
may or may not have escaped that car. We'll find out.
Okay, so let this be to all you aspiring filmmakers out there. First 5 minutes, car explosion, zombie tits. This is how you're supposed to lead into a film.
If a zombie tit dies in a car explosion, you win an Oscar.
Like, take some notes, Disney, for
there you
fuck's
go.
sakes. Why don't you make a movie for once?
I know. So good old William Sadler again.
made it.
He was in a couple of episodes of Roseanne way back in the
Yes.
day. He was in.
I really like him.
I do too. He's good in everything.
Yeah.
He was in Hard to Kill, Die Hard. He played the Grim Reaper, not only in an
Die
episode.
Hard 2.
Yeah, Die Hard 2. Did I not say that? I thought-
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
But yeah, he was the Grim Reaper in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh
but
my
he was,
God.
But he was.
I forgot
yeah,
about that.
But he was also the Grim Reaper in an episode of Tales from the Crypt. So you got that going for you.
I haven't seen. I didn't get to that one.
You're
yet.
not there
I
yet?
have the whole series.
He has a cameo as the mummy in Bordello of Blood, which I think is an uncredited cameo.
Oh, thank God.
He was in the TV show Roswell. He's in the movie Kinsey with which is the sex study movie that starred Liam Neeson.
He played the sex.
No, he plays a guy, like, he talks about his sexual history, and he talks about all the children he molested, and then said that he can go from flaccid to ejaculation in like 15 seconds, and then does it.
Whoa.
But you just see like him from like chest up, and he just goes like, he does this weird thing with his face. He goes, and he just like, and like it's just Liam Neeson and Chris O'Donnell staring back at him, and you're like, oh my God.
Nice.
It's quite a moment.
It's quite a moment.
It is.
Very emotional.
He's a regular in all of Tom Selleck's Jesse Stone movies.
Oh God.
I don't even know what those are about.
You know that's
forgot
what
about that
what you just described, his 15 seconds where he blows his load. That's what I use in every audition and interview I've ever been to.
That's true. And he's not portraying William Sadler doing that role. No. He's just doing it.
Yeah. They're like, hey, do you want to work at, Sears? And I'm like, check this out.
Why are you always picking the places that are like done?
Oh yeah, maybe that's why they closed it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, and just before that he went to a radio
too.
show. I like that too. The guy runs away, and then the guy's like, he's gone. I'm like, you do have a car right next to you.
Yeah.
You could have gotten that car and caught him in about 2 seconds.
If you're gonna go to a place and in your job interview get ragingly hard and ejaculate without touching yourself in 15 seconds, you have to make sure that place is going under already.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care at this point. They're like, what? If we were like a big company making money, I really would probably have you arrested, but
otherwise you don't want to work for them.
That's right. Yeah, I do the research first. I'm not a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
God damn. He's a handsome one, huh?
Yeah. So there's Dick Miller. You know him from our Gremlins episode and any other Joe Dante movie. He was in the original Little Shop of Horrors. He's in
with Jack Nicholson, the Roger Corman one.
Yeah. He was in Piranha. He was actually in Robert Zemeckis's I Want to Hold Your Hand. So Zemeckis tie-in with last week or last episode movie. You got right. And then he was in Twilight Zone, the movie, which kind of gives this a little something too, seeing as they have similarities. He was in The Howling. He was in Chopping Mall, Night of the Creeps.
Oh my God, he was in Night of the Creeps and Chopping Mall.
Yeah, Amazon Women on the Moon.
Oh my God,
Small Soldiers, The Terminator, and The Birds.
This guy's been in the best. This guy's got like the best
killer.
Other than that Asian dude with the handlebar mustache. Who's in everything? That guy.
The guy who
we gotta find out that guy's
the
name.
guy who dies before you find out his name.
Yeah, he's been lying in the rubble forever. Look at his cowboy hat's not even wrecked.
Billy Zane. I still think that this is Billy Zane's best role.
I agree.
He plays this so well, and just like he's super charming.
What happened? Like, he was in Titanic. Like, where did Billy Zane go wrong here? What happened with the Zaner?
I don't know. It just happens
when we
to
crashed
people
the
sometimes.
Zane frame.
Yeah, it's probably when we crashed the Zane frame.
Oh,
He just stopped being his own person.
Yeah, he wasn't really himself after that.
Yeah, I think the Phantom was what did it.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Women.
But yeah, it was just like, I think the same way that...
was that Alec Baldwin?
No, Alec Baldwin was the Shadow.
Man.
But those two came out at like very similar times.
I think it's the Shadow that knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men, not the Phantom.
That's right. The Phantom he's in the jungle in Africa, and he dresses
when
in all
no
purple.
one in the room admits to farting. The Phantom knows.
But yeah, no, the Shadow was well known as costing Alec Baldwin the role of Batman.
Really?
Yeah, he was in line to play the next Batman, and then that movie came out, and they're like, no. And
Alec Baldwin is Batman, huh?
Yeah, he would have been again. I don't see both sides all the time, but he would have made a good Bruce Wayne. And
I think so too. Yeah,
but he would have had a great Batman voice.
That was exactly what I was just going to say. His voice would have been made. There's Kutch Pounder.
Yep, CCH Pounder, or
you might remember her after she hired you to find the missing Carmen Sandiego.
That was not her.
And by
you,
I mean, yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, she was absolutely.
That was the girl from Lean on Me. That was.
You're telling me that Kutch Pounder was not the.
I am telling you.
Look it up. Somebody look it up right now.
I can't even right now, but no, I promise you it wasn't her. But But yeah, anyways, she
Oh
was
my God,
in...
I think you're right.
No, I am right.
They look the same. They're like
IMDb.
the same woman, though. It's like if you can't get Kutch Pounder, you get the other one there.
She had her hair up, and they both have
Shit.
the very big bulgy eyes. Though
I like
I'll give you
Kutch
that
Pounder
much.
better.
But yeah, she was in LA Law, RoboCop 3, Sliver, Face Off, ER. She plays Amanda Waller in the animated Justice League Unlimited. She was in a season of Sons of Anarchy.
I have heard her voice in that recently.
Yep.
Then
She's in the Avatar movies.
that's right.
Including like she's shooting 2 more of them right now, I think. Or
She's still alive?
yeah.
I thought she died.
Why do you think everybody's
I
either
don't know.
dead or the woman
Or
from
alive.
the-
Why do you think everyone's either dead or alive, Todd?
You always
What
narrow
the
it down
fuck?
to those 2. It's weird.
They should make a theme hotel like this, man. Demons attack in the middle of dinner.
Yeah. Can we give Jada Pinkett a little credit for not aging?
Yeah, well, once you cover yourself in the blood of Jesus,
That's fair.
once you're literally covered,
Spoilers.
she's hot as fuck in this
She
movie.
really
eh?
is. She still is. Like she's
She looks like a little troubled boy at the mental institute. Like, look at her, eh? Who is it? Yum. Then you find out it's a girl and you're kind of weirded out after.
yeah.
Like, ew, great, you're a girl?
Yeah, forget it. But
There's Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, that's Charles Fleischer, the voice of Roger Rabbit. He was also in Nightmare on Elm Street. He was in Back to the Future 2, not part 1, but part 2.
The best one.
Yeah, and then he played a reporter in Dick Tracy, which also matters,
did?
I guess. Yeah, apparently so. This is Brenda Backy, I think is how it's
She's a
pronounced.
little hottie.
She is hot. She actually, I was blown away when I figured out what she was from. She is the other woman in Hot Shots Part 2.
No!
She's Michelle, the one
With
who
the
yes.
mole.
Yes.
Oh, right when you say it, I can totally see it, man.
Wow. See, and you know what? When I remember this, you know who had I not seen this again, I'd always picture Lauren Cohan from Walking Dead.
Right.
And then I actually see this again. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not what you look like at all.
Not even.
Not even.
Not
You
even.
just have short hair and you're white.
Girl, you white.
You are so
But
white.
she's getting sassed. She's got to do everything this lady says because she's like, didn't she get out of the joint? Isn't she out of jail or something?
Yeah,
This
she's
is part
like
of the.
she's a halfway house kind
Yeah,
of
so
girl.
she's got to like do everything that she says.
Yeah.
She married Will Smith, man. She did everything she had to.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
She's doing just
That
fine.
fucking mad cash driving Will Smith crazy. She cheated on Will Smith with Mark Anthony.
Really?
That's why J-Lo and Mark Anthony broke up.
I'm just gonna
But
say
not-
allegedly here just to protect
but
us from
not,
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, she's listening.
Jada,
Jada, good call. Mark Anthony, gorgeous man.
I can
But Will
be
Smith
your
will
hero.
not
That's
leave
even
her
him.
because he's in Scientology and he's flamingly gay. And if he leaves her, it will come out because she's probably got dirt on him.
All
like
alleged.
all Scientologies.
All alleged.
Not
just
alleged, proven.
No, all. If we
Call
don't.
me. Call us tonight on our new 1-800 hotline, $12.99 a minute, $14.99 every additional minute,
Yeah.
and I will tell you the Hollywood truth.
Yes.
Hollywood
But
truth.
I will keep saying alleged here because that protects us.
The whole thing's called alleged, okay?
Yes.
What if we just call it the alleged hotline? Then we don't have to say that anymore.
Yes. I'm fine with that. It's just,
Are you
know,
worried that Scientology's listening right now and that
No.
you're going to wake up with a mouthful of
I'm worried-
styrofoam?
I'm worried that one day we may actually be something and then somebody's going to come back and listen to this and then sue us because we're something.
They're going to sue us anyways. Get
Not if you
ready,
don't
bro.
say- not if
Get
you don't
ready
say
for the
stupid shit.
tsunami storm.
So anyways, Ernest Dickerson, who's the director of this, he was actually Spike Lee's cinematographer. He did Do the Right Thing, School Days, Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, Malcolm X. He actually directed Juice. He directed
Hey.
Surviving the Game, that movie where
Nice.
Rutger Hauer hunts Ice-T for sport.
That's an awesome movie.
Bulletproof.
You know what that sounds like? Did he also direct Trespass?
No, actually.
Oh.
Somebody else in this was
That
from
sounds like his
Trespass, though.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
William Sadler.
Yes, that's right. And then he also directed a bunch of episodes of The Wire, Dexter, Treme, and The Walking Dead. So I mean, he's got
The
a
Wire is all. Well, the Dexter was really good too.
good. Well,
to a point.
at times there were a
Yeah.
couple seasons that are unwatchable.
Oh, guy. Well, once Lithgow was done, I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was the same show.
Yeah, the Trinity Killer was awesome, and then everything else was just like,
I was like, forget it. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, how many times can you be like right next door to the murderer?
Yeah.
My third best friend also a serial killer. Damn.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. Everyone's a serial killer.
The big entrance of Thomas Hayden
There
Church.
he is.
He had very little going on. You know, he didn't even start acting until 28.
The age of 28.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, no, 1928.
Wow. That's pretty late to start.
Yeah. It was, if you started acting after 1928, you suck.
I like hearing those stories about like the older guys who start like, you know.
Why? Because you're an older guy.
Exactly.
That's exactly
why. There's still a chance.
We're pulling 40, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing. I was going to say pulling is once you're over. That's like the... good times.
Pulling 40.
This is the ultimate friend zone. Charles Fleischer, eh? Let me get your sheets while you go dirty up some new sheets.
He's such a nice little slave man. Love puppy.
The fun little Jew fro.
The Jew fro?
Is that a Jew fro? I don't really know.
Is he Jewish? Then it is.
I feel she's gonna need some clean sheets. Why is he doing that?
She is the sassiest black woman.
Yeah. See, we know this character to be a postal worker. Why is he the one like doing like housekeeping for this weird?
Why does he live at this hotel?
Well,
he's probably pulling down pretty good cash, right? Like what the hell? He's the postman.
There's only two properties: this cafe and then that.
So he delivers to two places, then goes back to the hotel and pines over that prostitute.
Yep, constantly.
Which is why I get a hobby.
You don't get paid a lot if you only deliver to two places, so he can never afford the prostitutes. So
bummer.
You know how it is.
Fix the lights. Look at she's too busy shooting the breeze. Look at the lights are out everywhere.
No, but that's like those IKEA, like when you get those special lamps that have like only really specific lights that you can't just go to any store. You have to go back to IKEA to get them. So yeah, they burn out and you just leave them out.
Leave it. And then once all of them burn it, you just rip the whole chandelier out and put a new one in.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fuck it. Have you ever swung across a chandelier before?
No, can't say that I have. I have not found myself in any Zorro-related situation.
Do you think that there could hold my weight?
No, not a chance.
Here we go.
I installed it, so there's no chance.
Fuck, I've always wanted to swing across a hangy anything, like a big curtain.
Yeah, the fact,
you know, oh shit, here we go. Here comes old Cowboy Roy.
Yeah, the fact that that light is holding up its own weight right now is kind of a miracle.
Oh, geez. He's a bad guy.
Knife. I like anybody with a butterfly knife in a movie. My first experience with a butterfly knife was Emilio Estevez in The Outsiders.
Ooh.
And he would overdo it. He would go like... It was like watching Bruce Lee use nunchucks. Like, it was just like, oh my God, keep going.
Is he still going?
Yeah.
He's overcompensating for his lack of love.
So we got John Shuck is the sheriff there. And he was also in Dick Tracy, but he was the Herman Munster in the remake of The Munsters.
Hey!
And but he's still doing a lot of stuff. He played Klingon ambassador in the early Star Trek movies. He was also in Voyager and Enterprise playing different roles. He's also the first ever actor. This is a little interesting fact. He's the first actor to say fuck in a movie.
What?
Yeah, in MASH was the first movie to use the word fuck in it.
For real?
And he was the one who said it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's like a movie milestone.
John Shuck yelling fuck.
So what, you're telling me that in the 70s movies they didn't say the F word?
Well, it was a 70s movie, but yeah.
What year?
76 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And nobody said fuck in a movie till then. I don't know if I believe that.
No, it was, I don't know. I looked it up and it was like...
That's a really good piece of trivia, actually.
I nailed it. And by nailed it, I mean I found it. Just stumbled across it.
Oh, and you made it up.
Yeah.
You did that, Joe. Good job.
Hooray.
You were that guy and you said fuck in a movie.
Nice. Yeah. I said fuck in all of the movies.
Fucking A.
Except there was that one scene. It was going to be the first movie in Wizard of Oz. If I only had a fucking brain.
I say fuck during every movie.
Yeah.
Especially Pixar ones. When I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I'm crying again, kid. You want to be here?
Every movie. I took my daughter to see Coco, and it's
How
all
is
about
Coco?
Really good.
Yeah, that's one I missed. I forgot about Coco.
But like literally, you're sitting there, and it's all about family and all this stuff. And I've got my arm around my daughter, and we're watching it. I'm like, everything's okay, baby girl. Just like I'm a mess when it comes to that shit.
Oh shit, I'm just a mess when it comes to Pixar movies.
Oh.
Could you imagine watching Coco with your dead kid?
I did.
You know how much you would be crying?
Abby didn't make it. It was long.
Like I brought the skeleton of my dead kid. Why? To Coco.
Yeah. Why? She's already a skeleton. Oh my God.
Here we go.
See, that's my favorite line in the whole movie. My nipples are smoking. So
he's Canadian, right?
Yeah, he is actually. He is Gary Farmer. He plays the deputy. He was in Police Academy. He was that store owner in the beginning.
Oh my God, he should have been the Chinese guy in the truck. Oh my rutabagas. They're like fighting in the guy. Oh my God, like that's the best scene of any movie.
Yeah, no doubt.
We should just watch that scene for 90 minutes once.
Yeah.
And just comment on that.
Just in a loop, or
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that. But yeah, Gary Farmer, the other thing, he was in Ghost Dog.
Way of the Samurai?
Yeah.
That's right.
He was in Dice, the Andrew Dice Clay TV show. But the most important one, none of our listeners are going to know what this is, but Todd will know the second I say. He was in The Rez.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't want to be another loser on The Rez. It was a CBC show all about like Native Americans on a reservation. Well, I guess Aboriginal Canadians.
Yeah, what the frig, man?
Sorry, I don't know what to do in those situations. Even somebody said...
do. Offend everyone.
Yeah, somebody attempted to say African Canadian the other day. I'm like, that seems really weird, right?
Because we're all just Canadian.
Yeah. That's right.
But what if you're in a room and everyone's of different ethnicity and all Canadian and you don't know their name? You'd be like, there's that African Canadian over there. Who are you talking about? That African Canadian.
I just say, hey, bro.
Hey, brah.
Hey, bro.
And when they all turn, you're like, you, bro, you.
Yeah.
Like your tie.
You, the one with the Tim Hortons. No, the extra large Tim Hortons. And you narrow it down like the world's worst game of Guess Who.
Oh my God.
With the glasses. Three people sit down.
Before they changed, I don't know if they've changed it or not, but back in the day there was only 2 girls. Yeah. So like it was pretty easy.
Yeah, are you a girl? No.
Okay. Right. Then you're like, fuck.
Ding ding.
That was a terrible game.
Mm-hmm. I like, because now you're finally starting to get the idea that maybe
things aren't what they appear.
Yeah. And again, it's a testament to, because like most movies, you wouldn't buy into this.
No,
you'd see the guy and you're like, he's totally the bad guy, and he's just trying to lie to him. But he was so friggin' charming. Where like right up until like this chunk of this scene, everything was
nobody was even like, how did not even your jacket get wrecked in that explosion? Although both of them looked pretty good after the explosion. Yeah. So,
well, they've been through some shit, right?
Okay, people, watch this scene. This is a good one.
This is a really good,
yes, it
practical
is.
effect.
Yes, and there's a lot of good practical effects in this movie, which is why it holds up.
That's right.
Because they don't make them like this anymore, baby.
And you have never said that about a movie before. Oh, that is
all original content.
That is something to react to.
Nobody. That is certainly something to happen during dinner.
No, it's just like, no, I feel like there should be like individual shots of everybody just going like, no.
They got Kitch Pounder spitting her thing out. Yeah. And
I will never pronounce her name.
There should have been more blood though.
Yeah, but his arm's in there, right? So I'm always thinking
blocking
that it's like,
look at that, eh?
And it's stuck on there. It's just so good. And I want to get punched.
Heads up. As he throws the sheriff's head at the deputy.
We were talking about this movie prior to our recording today, and Todd remembered way too much. We haven't seen this in forever, and Todd was like, every beat.
That's why I know this movie still really well. Some of them I forget. Mm-hmm. You know, crystal meth is a hell of a drug.
It is.
Here you go.
Yeah. This movie was actually supposed to be the first of a trilogy. And not including Bordello of Blood.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a third.
There were supposed to be a third. There actually was 3 movies that were released, but there were 2 that were made, like the original ones that were intended. So after this movie, there was going to be the Dead. They were actually making Dead Easy.
Look at that's how the Turtles came about.
Yeah, that's the secret of the use.
Look at there, it's right there. It came from Billy Zane.
It's just everywhere. Have you ever cut yourself so bad that it felt like blood was coming out of you like that? And it probably wasn't at all. It was like dribbling.
Well, you get like a little, like a little cut on your head. They bleed like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no doubt. But
this is awesome.
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the second movie was supposed to be Dead Easy, which was actually the name of the movie that they say at the very, very end of this when he's like, tune in for our next movie,
Dead
Dead Easy.
Easy.
And it was supposed to be a zombie movie that took place in New Orleans. And then there was another movie. It was titled Body Count, but it was never made.
Oh my God, it was Ice-T starring in it? Body Count. Yeah.
Probably. And then there was...
look at that cute little...
But the real trilogy was Bordello of Blood came after this. And after that bombed, a straight-to-video movie called Ritual came out.
And it's Tales from the Crypt?
Yes.
It's got the Cryptkeeper and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. I'm going to try and find that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and find that on my little boxy box tonight. My little crazy box.
But I can't begin to tell you how
it's
bad.
The cute little sounds the little baby demons made.
These were actually really cool demons. Like once they're fully grown, they were really interesting demons.
But they look cool right here too, though.
They
like
remind me a lot of orcs, actually.
Yes.
This
is before the orcs.
Yeah. But like,
well, not before, not before there were orcs, but not on film.
I can't remember now, but I feel like one of us had a poster of this where it was him with his arms out, and it was like on kind of like that Dutch angle, like they're shooting right now and stuff like that.
Yes. Why? Because it's a weird angle, so it's the Dutch angle.
That's just literally what it's called.
Is that literally what it is?
Yeah, it's called the Dutch angle.
The Dutch are a little bit off kilter.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's because they smoked too much pot back in the day before it was legal in most places.
Yeah, because then it won't fuck you up now, though.
No, it's fine. Now that it's legal, it's fine.
Exactly.
But that slime that we saw, like that was pouring out of him and stuff, literally just they opened up glow sticks. They mixed the like.
Oh my God, those are toxic. He should have got hazard pay. These fuckers look so cool.
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
You know what? I wonder why we haven't seen. You know, a lot of movies. Horror movies, they got stuff that comes out like you can find Pinhead's box, and shit like that. Well, the key should be something. There should be a piece, that should be. You should be able to get that. The key's badass.
I think had this movie been more popular, it probably would have been the case.
Well, fuck, Hellraiser's not. Maybe is Hellraiser more popular than this? You think?
Oh hell yeah.
There's been
hell yeah.
Oh hells yeah.
This was written by Ethan Reif and Cyrus Voris. They wrote Bulletproof Monk, Russell Crowe's Robin Hood.
Oh God.
Well, I'm just saying, and they actually were the guys with the credit for the story of Kung Fu Panda. Hey. And they wrote the as of yet unproduced Karate Kid sequel.
Sweet.
But
these guys have hooves? I think they do. The guy in the doorway looked awesome.
I didn't notice.
And that shot back there, he looked really badass. It looked like I think he had hooves for feet.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is an old pirate one. Look at the earrings on this guy.
Yeah.
Some of them have earrings and shit. Like, what's that about?
It's just the times, I'm guessing.
Did they die with the earrings? They look like they were born demons. Like, they weren't like somebody who turned into one. Right? Yeah. So, like, what's the deal? So, are they the females?
Well, they weren't born demon. Yeah, it's like you said, they were literally just born.
Yeah, like, blood, that's what I'm saying. So, it's not like they were changed from something. I was going to say, like, maybe when they changed. Oh, God, eh?
That reminded me.
Right on the muffin tray.
That reminded me of the microwave scene in Gremlins, actually.
Oh, God, yeah.
I actually thought that Joe Dante directed this only because Dick Miller's in it. And I'm like, the only movies you see him in are Joe Dante movies.
Dante movies. Shit, man. Demons now, huh? God damn.
The writers of this, actually, they used, they did a TV show. I'm just trying to find the name of it right now. But they used the whole shooting out the eyes of the demons.
Right.
And that was like their...
I like that biz.
Yeah, why not?
And then you got to watch out, too, because then their friggin' Omega beams are going to fly out.
Yeah.
It looks like something out of Ghostbusters, that beam. Like the... Look at this guy flying.
Well, it's like a lightning and a...
Lowell from fucking Wings just pushed that prostitute to her death.
Yeah, this was before like any of his big stuff. You know, when he got his job in Sideways, he had already essentially retired as an actor.
Really?
He he owned a ranch and he was happy, and then they were like, "Oh, we want you to be in this," and blah blah blah. And then that begot Spider-Man.
Job.
Yeah, and then that begot Spider-Man. And
he was big then because Sideways he was up for 3. Like best
supporting
whatever, actor. So he was pretty hot back then.
He was good in Easy A. He didn't play a very big role in it.
He's a good actor.
He is.
I like him a lot. He's really good in the kind of the subtle.
I had a hard time with him at the beginning though, just because he was because he was Lowell in Wings,
right?
And he was like, oh, he's just this hick. And I mean, you easily fall for that kind of thing. Oh man!
If you were trapped in a house like this, what would be the scariest thing that's on the outside trying to get into you? Toys. If all your Star Wars toys were out there trying to kill you.
Star Wars loves me the way I love Star Wars. So
because that will be in the end. You'll be like, Star Wars, come on, you love me. It's me, Joe. You know me. And then you save, it turns.
Yeah.
But then there should be an alternate cut where it kills you. where you think you're like, oh, it did, and boom, you're dead.
Yeah. And that's when my newly purchased Tauntaun goes, womp, womp, and then it like bites
You know,
my
I
head
don't know
off.
why. Like, I feel like this fog should have come out of your mouth. Like, that's for some reason in that scene in Star Wars when he goes, there's like all this.
Well, because they're in
it's
Hoth.
cold. But I'm
Yeah.
saying I don't know why it's just the steam coming out of his mouth that like haunts my dreams.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every time I breathe in the wintertime, I think about that creepy fucker.
So I
Luke crawling in there.
yeah.
Oh God.
I want more than anything that Tauntaun sleeping bag you can buy online.
Oh my God! And you crawl on the inside of it.
You crawl inside and it's a
Oh
Tauntaun.
my
It's so
God!
brilliant.
It's probably a fucking hella money, eh?
It was it was like 60 something bucks and it didn't look very warm.
That's amazing. Well, there's a big hole in the fucking thing. His guts.
Yeah. It should be filled, like that would be the next thing, is that's like the thing you snuggle into, is a lot of really long, thin, like pool noodle like style body pillows
That you can heat up.
that you could heat them up, or you could just
Yeah.
crawl inside. They're all bean bags, so
Yeah.
you could like the magic bag things,
Yeah, and you can
stuff
warm
like
them
that.
right up, so it's like you're crawling into guts.
I like that. The studio, when they were making this, they didn't want Jada Pinkett to be Geraldine. They asked for the Ernest Dickerson to cast Cameron Diaz.
Really?
Yeah, instead of Jada Pinkett.
And when was this made? 95?
So that was right as
Was that her hot mask days?
So this was just after
Before
the mask,
her
but
body
before,
turned into Kelly Ripa? Like, Jesus.
But that's amazing. But but yeah, it was after the mask, but before Something About Mary, I think, or at least as far as production. I think this came out
Right.
like around the same time. But it's yeah, they wanted to get her for this, and then she
Traveled the world. Whose room is this? Where the hell are we here? Oh yeah,
that's
they're putting the key blood. If
Yeah.
you use the key, a drop of the blood in a doorway
Yeah.
or threshold, it will create a portal.
See, now this is my first logic problem with the movie. Can they not just break through a wall? They didn't put blood on the foundation.
I mean, the roof too, right? Can they break
Yeah.
through the roof?
Or any window that was like that window. I don't think he sealed, did he?
Well, here you go. I had a
this is
problem
the
with
first.
I had a problem with this back in the day.
Yeah.
Just the depictions of the man here and stuff. But yeah, you know, it's a horror movie.
Well, and then after Passion of the Christ came out, which was like a loving movie about Jesus,
The
where
passion
you watched
of
him.
beating Jesus to death.
Yeah. He's
There
like, we
you
want
go.
I want to show you how much I love Jesus by filming a guy getting the shit beat out of him while he's dressed like Jesus.
That's love. That's what I tell my girlfriend. She's like, "Why are you beating me like Jesus in the Passion?" I said, "That's love, girl."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're right. Continue."
All I think about when I think about that movie is the insanity that poor Jim Caviezel had to go through.
Oh,
He was
God.
like- he was
Hopefully,
struck-
he got a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel Gibson made like
Yeah.
hundreds of millions
Yeah.
off that movie. So hopefully, afterwards,
Yeah.
because Jim Caviezel's career went into the shit tank.
What are you talking about? Person of Interest was great.
I didn't see that.
It was good.
Was it really?
Well, at the beginning it was good. And like everything else, it was on too long.
Do you just want to rub your hands through Jada Pinkett's hair? Like, I want to fuck the hell out of her.
I do, but I don't want to run the. I want to fuck her, but I don't want to put my hands through her hair because I just feel like every black person in the world does not want a white person touching their hair, and I'm just like, and I want to respect that. And that's just like, that's just
Well, what
how
the
I see
hell? Not even during love making.
it. No, not even.
Get your hands off me, white boy. And you're like, what? We're in the middle of coitus. What am I
Good.
doing? What the hell?
The second
Like,
you say coitus, you're out of that bed.
yeah, like,
You
what
know
the
it.
fuck? I was out of there before. When I called my mother during the sex to tell her that I was having sex with a real woman for real this time.
I'm doing so good, Mom.
Talk me down.
Tell her. That's great. This set.
He's such a dirtbag,
Yeah.
eh?
Oh yeah, yeah. They did a huge thing. Whores ain't got no friends.
What an ass fucker.
Yeah, yeah. Once you're stressed out, he's like, that's it.
He
I'm
left her to die and everything.
Well, was he? Well, it was after. I guess your nipples. lit on fire.
But
You're
look
not
at that.
happy
That
with
is a
it.
beautiful looking fake
Yeah.
head.
I want to get you that fake head for your birthday.
When I am done this, I
Mm-hmm.
am going to go home and eat chili. And I am going to look at the differences between Kutch Pounder and the girl from... I know, I can see them both in my head right now.
Yeah,
I think they're twins or
the
something.
hair is different. She's got like flatter, like
It's maybe the
flatter
bulgy
hair.
eyes that did it.
It's the bulgy eyes. See, that's a yeah.
And they both kind of have like the big mouth.
And the
Like
authority.
that, you know, like the front teeth. Like,
yeah. And it's the
and
authority.
the authority.
And
Man, I love Kutch. I want Kutch Pounder to play my mom in a movie.
Yeah, that works.
In the movie of my life.
You got to test the cat. Jada
Do you
Pinkett
think people
Smith.
would have a problem with that? Do you think there'd be a big deal if I had a black woman play my mom in a movie?
No.
Do you think people would go, oh, you know,
No.
that
They
character's
warmed-
supposed to be white, blah, blah.
They warmed to a black stormtrooper. Everything should be fine.
Oh, yeah. They were flipping at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Why wouldn't they be black? Like, how many people must they go through as a fucking... Like, the helmets are paper.
Yeah.
Like, you take one little Ewok rock to the head and you're
And
out.
you can't
Like,
see out of the helmets, so then
you know,
miss.
there's people dying all over the place. So, you know, fuck.
I know.
Of course they're going to be of different ethnicities and races.
Did you just turn into Mike Tyson?
Yes, I did.
I eat your children.
I like pigeons. Pigeon poop.
There. Oh, the name of the show that the writers wrote was Brimstone, where they used the eye thing. I just found that information.
Is that new?
No, that was a while ago.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, nice. She's got your robe on.
Yeah. This set was actually built inside of an airplane hangar so they could shoot during the day for night shoots.
Oh, sweet.
So, you know, that didn't have to become a nightmare. Plus, then they could set the outdoor lighting to be whatever they wanted.
I don't feel like this movie has that wicked feel. You know, like when you see like the Tim Burton forests.
Yeah.
And like some movies, like the being on the set in the nighttime is way cooler.
It's 100. Yeah, it looks 100%
Yeah.
fake, but in a way that makes it feel so eerily real.
It's way better for
Yeah.
creepers for some reason. I love it. I love that whole look.
Well, it's because the look they're looking for doesn't openly exist in nature. Like, you'll see the shape of a tree and go, that's a creepy tree.
Yeah.
But then it's surrounded by a bunch of normal trees. Who gives a shit about that? So, you know, I'm just, you know.
See the pimp hand slap?
Oh, you keep your
He was
pimp hands strong.
pretending. See, he was pretending to like scratch his neck all the while he was just coiling it up.
I am always waiting to slap a woman. You know, I've always, I don't know why I said
It's
that.
never happened yet, but he's still waiting. You're
Yeah.
a chicken shit.
Oh, I know every single one of them. Just whip my ass.
Oh man, I
Some
remember
I'd pay to do it.
fighting with my sister.
Yeah.
That's acceptable. That's when female violence
And she's
is
older.
acceptable.
She's
Yes,
old. That's
And
also
way
important.
older.
Like-
I kicked the shit out of her. It was awesome.
It was good times.
Awesome.
You have to check. Accept that you have to check for demons. Okay?
Yes.
Just accept
Yes.
it. Ugh. So the big problem that they had while they shot this in under the
Under the umbrella tree.
there you go, in the airport hangar.
Yeah.
Is because there a bunch of birds started like resting in the rafters. So to quiet the birds, they literally had to shoot off like a shotgun with blanks before every scene. So they're like right before they're about to get action, they had to shoot this thing off and it shut up all the birds and they could do the scene.
Nice.
So that must have been a real fun environment to be in. You're
Yeah.
in a loud, echoey airport hangar and going,
Boom. Shut the fuck up, birds.
just get
Oh, here you go.
a shotgun without blanks, with regular bullets, and then you have to shoot
Shoot
off
them for
less
real.
times.
It's called, the buffet, the craft service table.
Yeah. And then at the end, you could put tons of
You
animals
just
were
put it
harmed during the making.
right
of this movie.
underneath.
I love
No. The movie wasn't being filmed yet.
Oh, that's fair enough.
So
Yeah, not while it was being filmed, so
Right.
therefore PETA has nothing we can
that
say about
is
it.
it.
Oh, we got you, PETA.
As long as the cameras aren't rolling, you can do whatever you want to an animal.
How do you like me now, Pamela Anderson?
I
look
would
at-
give into this too. You know, he sounds
Look
like
at
he
him.
means it.
Look at his puppy dog eyes. The only thing missing is that he's not holding up a boombox with "In Your Eyes" playing.
Yeah, the demon version.
I am come.
Muppet demon, clearly.
Yeah.
Look, they accomplished so much in this movie in such a short amount of time.
Oh,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? This is the whole take her over scene. It doesn't take long. We get it,
Yeah. You
It's fast. This movie's fucking moving fast.
well because they didn't have to. The character that they chose for her was enough that you get all of this. You didn't require.
They're sort of like kind of the stereotype characters, but in that sense, it kind of helps move the plot along faster.
Oh, absolutely. Because if she was just some random girl who wishes she could be more and do all this. You have to establish that. You have to like go through a thing and it's like, look at all these things she's written. She'd love to be a writer in New York City or something like that. She needs to get away, but she's stuck here. And
right.
blah, blah, blah. And you'd have to do that for
Is that
a
a
long
bum?
time.
Is that a picture of butt?
It looks like, yeah. It looks
Is that
like
a
it could
Polaroid
be
of
an
an
ass.
ass? Could be the arm, like the, you know, like in there.
Yeah. I love the name Cordelia. Love it. Perfect for this, and I'm so weirded out
Cordelia.
So if we remake this, Lauren Cohan has to play her and show me her boobs.
She's a beautiful girl too, man.
Oh my god!
I think I'd rather do Jada. She's a fiery, she's a feisty one.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think Jada's the best looking woman in this movie.
I think,
but I think that Lauren Cohan. Is
I actually heard from my sources, my Hollywood sources, that Jada Pinkett loves it rough. You have to donkey punch her just to start it off.
I could see that. That would make sense.
She seems like the kind of woman who yells at Will to slap her and he doesn't want to. Yeah. He's crying. She's like, "You're a fucking pussy."
Yeah. Funny thing about them, too, is they could have both starred in The Matrix.
No way.
Originally, the original 2 stars of The Matrix are choices for Neo and...
No way.
Neo and Trinity.
Oh, she was still in it though, right?
Yeah.
She was.
Yes, but I'll get to that though. So Neo and Trinity were going to be Will and Jada. Will turns down the role. Jada has bad chemistry with Keanu. She loses the role to Carrie-Anne Moss. But they really liked her, and they're like, "We want you somewhere," so they give her the role of Niobe. But she was in everything. She
had no chemistry with Keanu. Do you blame her?
Well, no. It's like the only person who's had quote unquote chemistry with him is Sandy.
Ted.
Sandy Bullock. Yeah, Ted.
Ted. Now that was fucking chemistry, bro. Yo, I went out with her. Look at this girl. This is exactly what happened to me. Look at this. She used me as a human shield. She threw me across a room.
See, this makeup was weird because it's not, I don't know. I don't feel like it was enough like the demons.
Yeah, but then they change, right? Yeah. Now, like, holy fuck, this is awesome.
So, again, a really good practical effect, though. Like, holy crap, that's scary.
Oh, Jesus, what a punch on her, eh?
Yeah.
She's hot.
But I love
tonight.
But I love the challenge because the person with the biggest challenge is the bad guy, really.
Yeah.
And he's got to find a way in, so he's got to use these people and like use their weaknesses to get through.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
oh God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's not think too hard about the actual how hard
exactly
that would have to be to rip off.
She's been demonized. She's got crazy strength.
That's the only time I ever accepted, because like every single part of this movie, everybody's just perfectly shooting out both eyes every time, and that always bothered me. But with the shotgun, when you blow out the entire face, I'm like, that's totally acceptable.
You don't think that one of these demons could rip her arm off like that?
No, I probably think he could. I just like that force and like the angle she was on and stuff.
I think this kind of acting would be the toughest. Pain.
Yeah.
Acting.
And nobody is better at it than Mel Gibson.
I was exactly thinking that Mel Gibson is the man. He should give like pain acting lessons classes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Lee Strasberg or whatever.
Yeah. He's like, so what do you have to do? Just think about how racist your dad is and just dig in.
Whoa.
He's wearing a mesh.
He's
wearing a mesh shirt. Look at how young he looked here.
He loves his now. His nipples are burnt and singeing. He likes them rubbing up against the.
Yeah. He's becoming so leathery now. He's starting to look like Ernest.
Oh my Lord!
If you think about it, but like here, he's all like, he's spry. Look at those. Look at those baby blues.
I like that they're all sweating. Where is this again? Is it New Orleans or something?
I don't know where it actually takes place.
Where the fuck are we here?
I don't think I don't recall that they say.
I don't think they do either.
They
Where
say
do you think?
The name of the city is Wormwood, but I think it's just a fictional, like a Springfield,
Vermont.
Right? Something else I didn't mention that William Sadler was in is obviously he's played the president in the MCU for a bit. He was in a couple of episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He is?
But also he was the president in Iron Man 3.
Always getting work, buddy. William Sadler, consummate professional.
He's so good. So good. And he has not aged that poorly.
No, he actually has aged very well.
Like, this movie is 22 years old, if you want to really put...
God, what have we done with our lives? 22 years ago, I watched this movie.
More than half of our lives.
Wow. This movie is like half of my life.
We were in your aunt's basement going, shh, there's boobs, don't tell anybody. Good.
You got to say shush just to quiet your boner down. You know, shush, 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 shush.
Mine used to
Boner's
sing.
making too much noise. I'm here.
Yeah.
It was sort of like Babalu. What's her name? Comes
No,
out
mine was more annoying singer like James Corden.
Oh God.
I like this guy. He reminds me of I can't remember
He reminds
his
me
name
of
now.
the terrorist from True Lies.
No, well, you're halfway there. I was thinking of his partner, not Tom Arnold, but the other guy who's also the writer, like the writing and producing partner of George Clooney.
No way.
Yeah, that's like the guy who helped co-produced Good Night and Good Luck and all that stuff.
Right.
It's that guy. I can't
What's
remember
Clooney
his
got
name.
coming out with?
I don't know. He's always got something.
Doesn't he play some tranny in Ocean's 8?
Hope so.
That's
I think he's dead.
That's a real movie, right?
Yeah, it's a real movie. Apparently, in the trailer, you see his grave.
Uh-oh.
So it's
This
like
is Soderbergh.
I think he's I
Soggyberg?
think he's like listed on as a producer, but I don't think he's got anything to do with the movie. Great female cast though.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's,
I'm glad to see Sandra back.
You got
Sandra,
Kate, Helena Bonham Carter,
Grace Jones,
Anne Hathaway. Grace Jones is not.
and Margaret.
Mindy Kaling.
Mm-hmm.
Others.
Mindy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
That midget girl from that midget show on TLC.
which
We should
one
have
of them
way.
is
I mean, little person. There
Yeah.
should have been way. Where's like the where's Sophia Loren? Where's Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren absolutely should have been in
Yeah.
some. But
What the fuck?
I have a feeling somebody like that is going to.
They're
turn
gonna
up in
show
it.
us the bad guy. Who's
It's-
supposed to be the bad guy?
Or
Charlize Theron.
Well, at this point, you don't really know. But isn't it funny that in the heist movies we call them the bad guy? It's like, hey, Anthony Garcia is the bad guy. You mean the guy getting robbed of hundreds of millions of dollars?
Well, I don't
Yeah,
like
that
him.
asshole.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don Cheadle wants
Yeah.
his money, and I want him to have it.
yeah, exactly. It's like
Iron Man ain't paying shit.
Cheadle. I love Don Cheadle.
Everybody loves Don Cheadle. Come on.
That's why we accepted Terrence Howard just being replaced in Iron Man, because
Exactly.
it was Cheadle. If it was anybody else, we wouldn't be cool. But
Terrence Howard's got a real chip on his shoulders, I think.
he's turned into a friggin' monster
That's
over that.
what I heard.
was
He's kind
just
of a
like-
dick, yeah.
And he keeps taking credit. He's like, I'm the reason that Robert Downey Jr. even got that role, and now he's not even like. And now
I'm the
he's
reason
not
Robert
there
Downey
for me.
Jr. gets $50 million for every
Yeah.
moment he spends on screen
Well, I
in
mean-
the MCU.
And I mean, granted, he was not much of anything when he got the role, but he was the perfect guy for the role. And then, yeah, now he's the $50 million man, and probably even more now.
He gets way more than that. I remember hearing in the beginning that like, or for Infinity Wars, he's like 50% of the cast budget.
Yeah, but you know what? Worth
He made
every
a
penny.
deal. Well, he
Worth
made a
every-
deal,
yeah.
right? He
He-
made the deal. There you go.
yeah.
He was like Jack Nicholson in Batman, man.
He,
Fucking A.
Avengers 2, he helped everybody get more money.
Yes, he did.
So it's like I'm good.
Only after they bitched and complained, like Mark Wahlberg giving money. He's like, okay,
But-
fine, I'll give him 1.5 million.
But like, still, I mean, he didn't have to, and they had to
Oh.
do the money. Well, what's his face? The man we were just talking, Downey Jr. So like, we could like, there's no reason. Well, I mean, there's a reason for him to do it.
Well, there's a reason for the season.
But he didn't have to do it,
No.
and
Oh,
those other
fuck.
people had to do the money or the movie. So I mean, like, whatever. I hated the way like when they did. Everybody did this weird like 80s
Yeah,
horror
the
movie,
hands
like,
up, right? Get those hands in the camera. Get those hands up near that face.
It's like if Bob Fosse was the director of this.
When you take your hands and put them up in front of your growling mouth, that says, I have just been possessed.
I thought the green eyes covered it. So
No.
sometimes less is more. you know
That
what I
could be
mean?
radiation poisoning.
Yeah. Is this kid somebody?
I feel like he's like the kid from Tremors.
I was thinking the kid the kid from Tremors was a girl, but I was thinking the kid from the new Halloween movies, which obviously couldn't be the case, but
Yeah, you never know, man. Stranger things have
see,
happened.
like that's a I'm gonna molest you walk. He's kind of like a Lonely Island's the creep.
Right. He's definitely creeping. What's in his mouth? There's the light or something? Oh, there's a
Yeah.
couple of- that would be a cool costume
I
for
imagine-
Comic-Con, eh?
That would be a good one. Except I don't know how well the
Not the farmer, I meant the demon.
they always have to have the
Oh,
guy
fuck.
who's not only an asshole but screws everything up for everybody else. Eh?
Yep.
It's like in Night of the Living Dead, and
Oh,
now
fuck.
they can all get
Now they can
through.
come through. You should have told us that part of the
Whoopi Goldberg's
intense
coming.
rules.
That's what she
Whoopi
looked
plus
like.
one. You see that face William Sadler made? That's exactly the face Ted Danson makes when Whoopi comes.
They're not together still.
Oh! No,
He's-
hell no.
Do you think Mary Steenburgen ever asks about that? So when you were with Whoopi,
All
What
the
was
time
that-
he's
what
like,
was that all-
oh God, with the Whoopi again.
did she have dreads down there?
Of course.
Now this is Tremors now. Now they got to just wait it out and
Yeah,
die.
is waiting. Woo, that was a close call, people. So what's on the outside? What's terrifying you? Clowns?
Oh, I think that this covers it. Like
Demons.
I don't think that,
Demons scare the shit out of me too.
well, it's and not like even from like a religious standpoint or anything like that. It's just like they're otherworldly. You don't know anything about them. Like it's like if it was just a bunch of like purge murderers, I was
just gonna say that right now. If it was like
you
a
know,
bunch of a lot of people trying to come in, that would be, yeah, I think if your life's in danger and anything, but you'd be kind of freaked. But what would be the worst for me? What would be the worst?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mangy old dogs.
That would be scary to some
yeah,
people.
like fucking animals.
Like rabid,
Rabid
yeah,
chinchillas come to get me.
chinchillas.
Oh my God, and they form one big
This is,
chinchilla, right? Like they morph like bees.
They start rolling like Sonic the Hedgehog and
Yeah,
then
or
just
like
join
critters.
each other.
They're like living critters.
They sort of are they not?
Critters. What if it was critters out there? Or ghoulies coming up out of the fucking toilet?
I was never that bothered by ghoulies, and I mean,
Or critters.
I don't think that this is critters. Definitely not. But like critters look like Station from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Station.
Station.
This is a cool scene. I like this whole set
I really
here, too.
liked this story. This would have made a good TV show.
Yes, I agree.
'Cause now
it
you
should
get-
keep going. Netflix should put this on because Buddy's, in the end, it
Yeah.
keeps going around this story,
Yeah.
right? Oh,
But that's
Jesus,
exactly
bud.
it, because you had Geraldine just kind of goes off and takes over. You could replace the main character at any point with like an important
Yeah.
other person. Like this kind of has the feeling like they did with Preacher,
Yes.
right?
Is that
like,
still going?
yeah, as far as I know.
I knew somebody who loved it. I read the whole thing, so like I don't want to watch the show, right?
I
that.
liked the people in it, but it was just kind of like whatever. Was that guy John Cusack? I really liked the look of them with the shrouds on
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That was a cool look.
They're like
I don't know why they're wearing
the
them.
bad dink dinks. Like, woo.
I just watched Spaceballs again the other day, actually, which made that a million times
They had an
funnier
old
to
school
me.
gun there. Nice tattoo, bro. Like his fingers are jiggling around, right? Just for
Yeah, just to show that
yeah.
this is really happening.
yeah, look at that.
You're the one. But anybody could be the one, I feel.
Oh man, imagine remember that all the time.
They really went out of their
But
way
for
to
something
spell
awful?
Breaker. Yeah.
Like, see his face. A guy hands him something. He's like, no. Like some old guy hands you like a diaper filled with his shit, and he's like, "You're the one." And you're like, "Oh God."
Whenever I remember something terrifying, it's always getting my dick cut in a zipper. Just over and over again. It's like you
Zipper. When Bill Clinton gets his dick caught in a zipper in Ren and Stimpy. It's a zipper.
Oh god.
Then Powdered Toast Man comes and helps him.
Yeah. So despite the fact this thing wasn't out in theaters for a really long time, but it made a pretty good profit. It was a $13 million budget. And it made
13 mil.
Yeah. It made $21 million. It debuted in number 3. It was
So
behind
this movie made way more than Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyways, okay.
But Hellraiser was
got 12
was way
sequels,
earlier, yeah. It debuted number 3 behind Legends of the Fallen Higher Learning.
Ugh,
Then it
God.
went to 6th place, then 10th place, and then it was done. This actually came out on MLK weekend, like Martin Luther King weekend, and it was actually a Friday the 13th that it was released.
No way.
Yeah, they did that on
Martin
purpose.
Luther King the 13th.
Yeah, they wanted to release these in conjunction with specific they will with like specific holidays, like they wanted them
Right.
to come out with Halloween and stuff like that. So that was they were very specific about choosing the day.
Well, that
for
guy's got
release.
a nose ring. He's got a nose
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah,
They
like,
a
where
lot of
did he get them?
facial. Yeah, I don't know what determines that in their monster growing up. Fast process.
Maybe there was just like stuff buried under the ground where the blood stuff,
And then when they
grew out of the
came up,
ground,
it was
was
just
there.
on them.
Yeah.
They started like a thing.
Yeah,
so one,
Cordelia's
one
earrings keep
person
calling
sees,
out.
well,
Yeah.
hey, one demon's like, what's that? He's like, I don't know, check
Yeah.
it out. He's like, I want one.
Then they get a metal detector
And
and
then,
go find some more.
yep.
Yeah.
There should be a branch off about 2 of them that didn't want to do this, so they fucked off. And now they share an apartment in New York.
That would have been amazing. Yeah, there are other people with the keys.
What
That's
the
another
shit?
thing you can get away with, because he said there were 7 keys and stuff like that. You can have somebody who finds one of the other keys and just becomes one of these guys. You can totally
You
forsake
could have
all the
lots
people
of
in
different
this.
stuff.
But it's
You
yeah,
have two storylines running simultaneous.
you get 2 really good character actors to play the main 2 people, the demon chasing and the
Yep.
and the person. And I think you got something.
I wonder if Jada would do it.
Jada wouldn't do it.
You know,
She
like
did
Netflix.
She did-
Netflix got some money into it.
I think if you, well, you might be able to coax her with the right
yeah,
money.
fuck.
But I think you'd be able to get her no problem as she's been at it from then till now, and she dies in the first
right.
episode.
I was literally just thinking that. Like in
Yeah.
the beginning part, she
Yeah.
dies and passes the key on, and
Yeah.
then
By the way, guys, that's what happens in this movie, in case you haven't figured it out yet.
in case you haven't figured it out or seen it before.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whoopsie. This movie, it was 95, was another one of those phenomenal mega years for movies.
90 what?
It's 1995.
Is that Forrest Gump year?
I think so. Here, I got it written down. Oh no, not Forrest Gump, but a lot of other things. But yeah, this came in 79th overall for the year. But here's just a short list of the things.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, a short list of the things that beat it: Toy Story, Batman Forever, Apollo 13, 7, GoldenEye, Waterworld, Braveheart, Get Shorty, Mortal Kombat. I know I'm not listing all great movies.
Yeah.
I'm just listing movies that beat it.
Right. Some good ones
Outbreak.
in there.
Yeah, Outbreak, Bad Boys, 12 Monkeys, Clueless, Casino, Dead Man Walking, a Goofy movie,
Casino.
Tommy Boy and Billy Madison, The Usual Suspects, and then it beat movies like Showgirls, The Quick and the Dead, and Muriel's Wedding, and Nixon.
Anything beat Showgirls.
So
Come on.
it was, but I mean, like, it was just a serious year of, like, holy crap, like, to have Toy Story, Batman Forever, and Apollo 13, those are like your top
Pretty
3
big,
movies
yep.
right there. That's
Pretty
a huge
big.
deal.
Are they coming out with Toy Story 4?
Yeah, they just hired a writer, actually.
I
can't
am
remember who they
so
are.
fucking jazzed for The Incredibles 2. It is unbelievable.
Oh my god!
I
I'm so-
love that movie.
and I'm interested because it's going completely like right from the last one. Like I thought it was going to be, oh, the kids are older or something like that. I was like, maybe
well,
the
he did
little-
hand his kids down to the other kid, didn't he? Didn't he get rid of his toys in the end to some little kid?
Oh, you're talking, yeah, but you were just talking Incredibles.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. I went
Yeah.
back to Toy Story. I thought it was like it takes place right after. So what? He's driving away.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have
Yeah.
his toys anymore.
And then he's like,
or-
you're changing my mind. I want
Yeah,
them all
like
back.
what?
And he goes
There's
and
the
steals
Grave
toys from-
Diggers rap tune right here.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
It's the best rap song or any rapper in any horror movie though is Raw Digga in what's it called? I totally blew it by not
Flip
remembering.
mode squad. Flip mode squad.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't
Were
know.
they in the house? 13 Ghosts.
13
Raw
ghosts.
Digga's in the movie and then has a song at the end of it.
Oh my god.
And then it just reminded me that I'm not a big Raw Digga fan.
That's cool. I loved Rod Digga. She was in the flip mode squad.
Everybody's in the flip. I was in the flip mode squad.
Oh,
for a
that's
little bit.
true. Right.
I made pancakes. And every time I'd flip one, I'd go flip mode squad.
Oh,
Oh.
that looks good, eh?
That was so cool. I love
Look
this.
at that. That looks awesome, gross.
Yeah. I always love that effect of like the hands going through it. Any wall stuff. Like what's
Like
it called?
Freddy.
Devil's Advocate did a really good job with that too, with that big wall like plaster of Paris kind of thing. where all the
Right.
people were moving around on it, and then when he starts to die, like they're all like burning and like,
Right.
screaming.
I do like that too, actually. It
Yeah.
always looks neat and there's something
I
I
want
remember seeing I think it was the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street where they did it CG. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, man, just put a thing up.
Yeah,
like,
it's-
what the
it
shit?
is the
Like,
simplest thing to do. I really like the there's a thing you can get at some of those like Halloween stores and stuff. It looks like a TV and then a face comes and pushes through it.
cool.
And I was like, oh, that would be so good. These two were fantastic. They're
They
not in the
were.
movie a lot together, but they're so good
Yes, they
against
are.
each other.
She just broke free of his charms.
I would
Does look like a real spit on him,
She
too.
probably did.
He's
He's-
probably
he's on
hard as a
nothing.
rock right now.
I would be like, if I had to be spit on or anything like that for a movie, I've always said you gotta to really play it. I wouldn't make the person spit on me. I'm like, you gotta
Do it.
unless it was Magic Johnson. You have to
Unless-
spit on me.
Not in the mouth, Magic.
was
Not
like-
in the mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and need a stunt spitter.
Stunt mouth.
But
stunt eyeball.
like they had those good ones. Oz always has that stuff. And there's one time when a guy just lubes up and spits on a guy, and it was the grossest thing in the world.
God.
And it was all done in one shot, not like the guy going, and then it goes to the other guy getting something on him. It was just
hopefully you get like a couple extra bucks for getting spit on.
They go hard.
That is literally a crime now.
Some of those things were just punishments. Who was it?
She's doing pretty good for having her arm ripped off. She must be loaded.
Yeah. She actually had to wear a fat suit to hide her actual arm underneath, like, because now she's got like a weird fake little stump. I love that he's reading Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, and then it's like there right now.
Yeah,
he just read her come up and yell at Uncle Willie. Oh, Willie, what the fuck, man? He was reading that.
Yeah, exactly. You're the one who's in trouble.
Can't
asshole.
he take it with him at least? Like,
yeah, like let the kid be entertained. There's nothing there.
Yeah, I know, right? There's sort of demons attacking, and maybe you should keep your head on a swivel. There's sort of demons attacking.
There's nothing makes me happier than the term "keep your head on a swivel." I
you
really
better keep
like
it there, Brady. You better keep it there when you listen to miscast commentary, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that when I die, I'm taxidermied and then my head is put on a swivel. I told Carrie, I was like, I don't want you remarrying when I die.
Get your head on a swivel like Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my head on a I was gonna have my head like motorized and a motion detector put in my eyes, so I'm constantly following her around the room.
Oh my god! And it's in like, you know, whatever, some contract where she has to keep you forever.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, here's Todd's favorite scene in any movie.
Ah, here we go.
Liquor and a chance to liquor. You get what I did there?
Not at all.
No, okay.
Look at a long, hard day. Which one do you like the best?
I'm paying attention to all of them.
She's a porn star. That's Lorenzo Lamas' wife, I think.
Oh, really? I don't know from professional porn stars. I only watch amateur stuff. But the I'm looking at all of them.
I don't watch porn. I make it.
There we go. I'm looking at all the girls because I want to see if any of them's like a real housewife or something now. I love this.
A real housewife. How do you know one of them didn't get married and is a housewife?
Well, no, I'm talking like she's one of the real housewives of Atlanta.
That's what it's called, Long Hard One.
There we go. Yeah,
couldn't remember. See, I did pretty well remembering the film, but I did not remember that the drink was called Long Hard One.
Do you want to just, after this is over, just do it again?
No, I don't.
Then forget
What's done is done.
There you go. We've accepted our fate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, drink.
Imagine being at this bar.
How do you feel? See, again, this is the saddest part of Hollywood right now is these girls saw in like the trades a casting call for topless girl who has to rub her boobs on an old man, and they didn't even question it. They're not
we don't know that.
No, they jumped all over.
It's for a big production.
Who was it? The guys who made the Crank movies. There's a scene where they're in a hotel and there's like naked girls in fish bowls.
Right.
And stuff like that. They said their ad wasn't even out for an hour and they had 50 responses.
That's hilarious.
And it's literally,
so this one
it says you won't be fed, you're stuck in the box, and you just have to stay there for long shoots naked. And they were like, yep, count me in.
Deal.
Because anything for a SAG card.
For
you know
a
what
sagger,
I mean?
hey? I got my sagger. I'll put my sagger on you, girl. I'll give you a card afterwards.
Yeah.
The best too is because it was probably like they look in, the ad, and it says need topless woman to rub herself on an old man, and then they're surprised when they get there and it's a real movie this time. Like, oh my god, it's really a movie. Yeah. It's not some fucking.
I thought Harvey was gonna be here. But
Harvey, an invisible rabbit.
Oh god, that's even better.
Oh my god.
Where's Harvey? We just missed the spot where Charles Fleischer was revealed to be a postal, like a gone postal kind of guy.
Yeah, they found his grenade belt and all his guns and everybody's mail that they didn't get delivered.
Yeah.
I like that.
This was actually an interesting kind of twist, too. I didn't picture what's-his-face getting caught.
Right.
I figured William Sadler would survive and bring it on. I love that this is all he really has to offer her. It's like her life is so perfect being the owner of this like workaday
she's happy. She's a happy woman. She's happy with what she's got.
Yeah, I got everything I'd ever need.
That was the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Where she puts her stump towards him and he's like, what the hell does that mean? And she's like, that's me flipping you the fucking bird, asshole.
See, that's the one thing about black women of that age in these movies. They can never be anything but tough characters. It's like they'll
well,
never
they're
be
kind of
seen
like
as
stereotype characters in this movie,
but
right?
but she's not sassy or anything like that. She's just a tough bitch.
She is a tough bitch,
Like
man.
it's just like
I'd go through a demon encounter with her, man.
yeah.
You need a woman with him. We're all wimpos, man. Women, like, they're tough for real, right?
They've been
Man,
through
exactly, man. They've been through the ringer and they're still fucking laughing. Even no arm. Drinking and laugh. That's my kind of woman.
Oh, I gotta love her.
Fucking right.
See, again,
Like, then this one's got like a ponytail or something. The other one here, look at the guy on the left. He's got some kind of a shrunken head thing going on there.
See, I would have been cheap and used the same like 2 or 3 guys.
You probably did.
No, but see, I don't mean guys, but I mean like costumes.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
would you like? It's like they. I don't know.
There's differences on them though. I know what you're saying, right? Like it's kind of neat.
It's neat that they did
They
it.
do.
It just seems wasteful because I wouldn't
honestly,
have cared.
I think that they fashioned them after shrunken heads because if you look at them, they really do look like shrunken heads.
They do.
I went to the thing and saw real shrunken heads. They're terrifying.
Yeah.
At the Ripley's in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Shit.
I didn't know what they did because I was under the impression that they were all just fake, like shrunken heads were all just fake, and that like it was
apparently they're
something
real.
They're real, but what they do is like they remove the skull and then they wrap it around
they
something,
shrink it
and
down.
it's what they just wrap the
Freaked
skin
out
around
looking,
something.
man.
So, yeah, get those eyes.
Look at another severed head.
Oh, I like
so
this.
13 mil. That's a really good severed head right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I give a lot of credit.
Fucking right on. Oh, get a little wiggle, a little willy wiggle at the end there.
See, and that's the thing is there like the effects places like this still exist.
That's what I hope. Well, I would hope so because you know how good they would be now, like at making this shit.
That's why, I think that's one reason that a lot of people stick with The Walking Dead is because they're one of the only ones still doing it. Constantly.
Yeah.
And coming up with grosser and grosser. My favorite one that they did recently was they did one where they made it kind of like a gladiator and like it was the junker people. Like they don't even like speak normally anymore. But they got one and they they've nailed a like a helmet, like an iron helmet into its head. Like they put like railroad spikes through its cheeks and stuff to hold it in place, and it had spikes all over it, and then it would just like go after you, and like so you couldn't get close to it and it would slice you up. You couldn't destroy its brain because it was wearing a helmet.
Because it was
and it was so badass. But they've done some really good ones, like the bloater one they found in the well.
That was disgusting. That one looked awesome. Season 1 had all the best ones, man. The half one, crawling through the field.
But they've come up with some great ideas.
And the zombie sticking his face through the broken windshield and all the skin is ripping off his face. I was like, oh, man.
They did one time where they had 2 cars with a cable between them, and they were driving down, and all the zombies were in the median. It was just ripping them in half. I was like, that's so badass.
Look at this. He just like thinks that having hemorrhoids is worse than a demon attack.
Yeah.
And this is what happens to you people when you betray. Yeah. When you betray the good side. Here it is, people. Boom.
Always. That's
especially when the implications are godly. This isn't even just earthly shit. This is like Genesis.
Yeah. It's the thing that always bothered me about these horror movies. Like as it has become, that person's wearing like super heels or something.
Yeah, see, they do have like hooves or something.
Yeah. Boom. But yeah, the died like the guy in Roadhouse, pretty much.
Oh, that's like every Roadhouse death.
Yeah. See, again, just the accuracy of everything. I'm going to give that guy a little bit of a leeway because he's been doing this forever.
Well, so his buddy. He's been fighting demons since fucking World War II.
No, that's what I mean. Is he's getting?
Oh, I thought you were giving it to the Canadian boy there.
No, the inept cop does not get my credit.
I would wear a grenade belt while delivering all mail if I was a mailman.
I would wear one just as fashion. I was like,
This guy's giving her for the team. I would not be. I would be like, let's all get in there and close the door.
Yeah. I like because they did the one thing with this character who is, again, he's usually just the dumb deputy like every other movie, and they actually are like, no, he's gonna make the sacrifice play. Like
their feet look fucking awesome.
Yeah, now that I've never noticed their feet until you mentioned it. That's really interesting.
They got little hooves. They got hooves. Look at these two.
And I like this because like they're not like, it's not like supper time assholes. It's like I'm legitimately scared. You get the thing, but you get the supper time.
They look like they're not too happy. Yeah. That's for sure.
But it's just like, I like that leading up to it. They're like, oh, we're about to lose our lives. I'm terrified. I like that this person's just won over by the comic book. It's
Supper
just like
time.
it looks at him.
Man, have you ever
wanted?
wanted to say that like that? To something like supper time.
I
and
say it all the
stuff
time.
a grenade in their mouth. Or
I feed my kids all the time, and I'll just give them French fries and chicken fingers. Go supper time.
supper time.
I don't see a difference. It's all good.
Here we go. Nice little.
Oh, Todd's
Beep boop.
adjusting his glasses.
I got a C, baby.
Yeah.
One more window to pick, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, got our
pour
blonde
that on
hair
there.
rocking.
Oh. Now drink it, bitch.
Willie.
See, what was
you
that
know
supposed
how
to
to
be?
do it.
See,
You
again,
know
there's-
what you're doing, girl.
There's no background story on the test.
She got green eyes or what?
Yeah, I think they may have given her like hazel eyes. You always got to choose one.
You're the chosen
See,
one.
he didn't even
Very
say-
strict rules. Isn't the kid still there? The kid?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. He looks like Chucky a bit or something, eh?
He does. Yeah, they. Did
He
that
does
over-
look like someone, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I
God.
like to me, it's that long blonde hair. Like he just reminds me of the kid from like Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh, see, there's the
Yeah.
comic. He knew this. He knew he was going to be possessed. If only he read
Yeah.
ahead.
This was a gross thing. This reminds me of those old trading cards, the Fangoria trading cards
Yep.
or whatever. Like that's
Ah.
like those are the kind of shots. Actually, something I really wanted to go to Collector Con, which is like a toy collecting thing that was going on this weekend. I'm not going to be able to make it out, but I was like, those are the kind of things I'd be looking for. I remember really specifically
Like
some
what,
of those
big
trading
demon
cards
tongue?
and stuff. No, those like just those old things we used to have in the 80s, like those trading cards and stuff like that.
There's a trading card place at the flea market. I'm into them too. I got
Yeah.
a lot of Dinosaurs Attack and a lot of Cabbage Pail Kids.
Nice. Cabbage Patch Kids.
What did I say?
Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, you were
Cabbage Pail Babies.
Yes. Where do you get your babies from? The cabbage pail. It's
on,
just
hey,
a bunch.
come
You
on.
like
I
dig
should
through all the
go
cabbage
over.
and find
I
a baby.
haven't been there in a long time. You might have something. I've been there before.
Yeah.
I think he kind of needs to know you because my cousin went to see him and the guy was like, "What cards?" He's like, "Well, we're surrounded by cards. Do you? No, I don't know which cards." I'm like, "What do you think? He's a cop or something?" Like, and he's gonna ask you like, "Where'd you get these cards from?" You know, like, what are you? He's like a time travel cop because he's been going back in time and buying cards at the store and bringing them to the future.
People who sell trading cards are just shady people.
And I was like, "What the hell, buddy?" Like,
I just
do you remember Dinosaurs Attack?
I do.
Yeah,
I
they were
remember-
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I remember all of those ones. And you were talking Garbage Pail Kids, and we had the Fangoria, and then
Yep,
we had
Fangoria.
and we had those Marvel ones that had a lot
Fright
of
Flicks.
Yeah, there it is.
Fright Flicks.
Yeah, and then they had the what if kind of like Marvel things. It's like, oh, here's like Daredevil versus Spider-Man.
Yep.
And then,
I like those.
yeah, it was,
I liked the Marvel cards when they had the guy and on the back like his stats.
yep, those it's the
Those
same
ones.
It's the same group.
Yeah.
But they had like that series of those ones where it would be like, and then it would have like a Daredevil versus Kingpin. It's like the first time they went on.
Whoever drew them, I liked their style.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember the Hulk card was him like ripping the top off of a tank,
Uh-huh.
and it was 11/11.
we
Miscast
did.
commentary gets huge. I marry a celebrity, and then we break up horribly. What celebrity? It's 11/11. God, Christina Ricci. Done.
All right.
You watch now. If I get married to Christina Ricci and then we get divorced, I just had an epiphany. But if I get married to Christina Ricci and we do not get divorced, do not ever bring this up.
This
Don't cause a rift between me and Christina Ricci for any reason.
this portion of the podcast did not require my presence.
Hey, when did you get here? Hey, Joe, give me your headset and go to bed. Get over.
Okie
Get over,
dokie.
hand it over.
Here we go. Now he's wearing two sets.
I can hear you twice.
Uh-oh. See, he should have probably warned her that all of the things reset.
Yeah, the old Jesus door. Yeah, he was really. There should be a brochure, a pamphlet.
Yeah, she's like, well, she should walk him around so he could bleed on all the exits quick, and then just like,
Just drag him around so you don't waste the key.
oh, is this the entrance of Beetlejuice?
Oh, you're totally right. That's why I don't do 2 shows a night, people. You got to turn the lights on again.
It's so good. He didn't have to use the ladder, which is
He
convenient.
looks good bald.
Yeah. He was in, I felt really bad for him. He was in an episode of Community where he was a really funny character, but he's a little heavier. Like, he wasn't a fat guy or anything, but he's just a little heavier. And he had hair, but he has like the horseshoe baldness going
Right.
on. And I was
It was
just
probably
like,
for the character.
I was like, it looks so, no, but he didn't shave it. You could tell that was the way his hair would grow when he puts it in. He was also like, for the longest time, I didn't see anything. I always liked this idea to just open his eyes back.
Instead of close, yeah, usually they close and like rest
Yeah.
in peace, my
Yeah, he's like, I
friend.
don't want you to rest.
I want you to see this. Yeah.
But the what was it called? The I don't know what I was saying.
The Necronomicon.
No, I had nothing about the Necronomicon.
Were you talking about that heart-shaped candle holder?
No. That's
pretty nice.
No, let's just, I'm just not going to.
Was it his Bono glasses?
I love his Bono glasses. Oh, no, the last thing that I saw him in, like, because, again, it was a big gap between seeing him. He was doing projects, but nothing I'd seen. He was in a video for Stained.
He was in it.
Like, I had this.
I think I'm having a flashback.
I had this, it was like Stained Unplugged. I had it on DVD, and they had a music video on it, and it was like a slow song. And
yes. Their first CD was awesome.
Yeah.
It only had 8 tunes on it.
And
then he went all acoustic and shit.
Yep, that was one of the bands we've seen together.
Mud Shovel.
Yeah.
We should go see another band. Let's go see Baby Metal.
I'd love to go see Baby Metal. Are you kidding
yeah.
me? My buddy of mine at work turned me on to him. I was like, oh my God.
Turned you on to them. Perfect
No,
way to describe Baby Metal.
It was just so good. I'd like to go see that.
That's how everybody describes them. Who would you like to go see?
I don't know. I found out that I'm now just too old for the really loud shit.
I love it.
I know, but I went, like we talked about.
What about Alice in Chains is coming to town?
Half of them are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. But
half of them, okay, just Lane Staley.
Yeah,
but his impact, okay, yeah. I'll accept the statement.
He's 50% of the group.
Damn right he was.
But it was like I don't want to hear the friggin' the Jerry Cantrell songs.
Is Jada Pinkett doing blackface right now?
No, she's doing red face.
Oh,
which kind of comes out purple. I don't really want to get into it. It becomes. It's just like the more I talk about it, the worse I feel.
You want to go see like people talk live. That's what you listen to in the car. Is like people talking.
Constantly. I listen to almost no music.
Like at all.
Why Must They Dance?
Oh,
but that was a.
At least he didn't get possessed.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, see, he's sharp.
That is a really good idea.
He's been through this before.
Yes,
but yeah, I always go see comedy and stuff like that. I'm going to see Jim Gaffigan this weekend. I'm very excited about
Gaffigan.
But the thing is, because I went and saw the Tea Party, which was a band that we grew up listening to, and they had like this 20th anniversary of one of their albums thing, and I went and saw it, and I came out of that just hurting. Like my body just hurt, like my ears.
That's hilarious that you say that. I went. Oh no.
So this episode's brought to you by Todd's Emphysema.
Woo! Yeah, that reminds me of going to, like, I'm getting too old for this shit too, because I used to go in the mosh pit and just get fucking crazy. Yeah. And last time I went and saw Mastodon for like the 12th time, my buddy that I was with, I went into the mosh pit. I left him not in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
And I got beaten around, and I was like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. And I come out of there, and I'm like, oh my God. And I look at him, and he's like, man, he's like, I think I twisted my knee out or something. I was like, what were you? He was just standing there. And he was, so we laughed. I was like, we were hurting. Look at us down the stairs. Jada did her own stunt there.
Yeah. I think that was the one thing I liked about the Tea Party thing. Nobody was trying to mosh or anything like that. Everybody understood who they were. Right. Nobody was young. And we were just all like, we're going to stand here and enjoy this music.
So I remember going, man, the kids, you go to a metal show and it would be, rock, people are moshing, which is you just bump into each other, maybe hard, whatever, but you fall down, someone picks you up. Yep. Now with this shit now, I went to a show and this 15-year-old kid is literally punching me.
Yeah.
Literally punching me in the back of the head, and I turn around, I'm like, what are you, like, I just look at him like kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's literally just full on windmilling. And he looks at me and he goes, get out of here. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do.
You should have Spartan.
I was like, I should have
Spartan kicked him
across,
out of the pit.
and he would have went flying through the wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was like, I'm being bullied by some little kid.
Yeah. That was like when I was at that football game and the guy was spitting on my shit, and I turned around and then like his 8-year-old girlfriend was like, get out of our city. And I'm just like,
out of our city.
That was like, well, I was sitting there, I was wearing Patriot stuff. I was at a Bills game.
God forbid. What is with these sports people?
But no, the thing was, I give credit to the people I was sitting around with through the whole game were the perfect fans. They're jabbing you a little, like Bills get a touchdown. Right. They're like, yeah, we got you. And that's fine.
That's okay.
And like we were having fun with each other, and then they got up and left because the Patriots were blowing them out. And then all of a sudden there was just, I loved that a lot.
You see, he actually shaved off his red hair. He is a fire crotch.
Yes, I like
that's why he's bald.
He is a fire crotch. But But yeah, then it was after all the cool people left, all the assholes came from like the upper levels and like
down.
filled in the
They're
other
loaded.
Seats.
What is it? That's like you go to a movie,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing like a DC shirt at like Deadpool, and people are like, "You fucking loser! You ain't wearing DC up in this Marvel house, man! You motherfucker!"
Everything is gangs now. It's basically how politics works.
It's because there's no accountability. People are stupid. God, I hate white people.
Because like, if you think in politics, there's always been a multiple party system, but they've just kind of disagreed, and they're like, this is where we are, this is where we are. Where are you? And vote that way. And now it's just like, these are the worst people in the world. And then you look on like the things, and it's like Trump did this, and then you see Trump's an idiot, and then other people are like, you're the worst person in the world. You're a child rapist because you don't like Trump. And it's just, it's all so personal, and so like,
It is personal.
It's
me
so-
being a child rapist and hating Trump have nothing to do with one another.
absolutely.
Look at his face melting off.
That's another really good one. See, like this,
Oh, now a full body burn?
I honestly think the thing that hurt this movie the most was Tales from the Crypt.
Probably.
I think that if this
Oh,
movie
look at
would have,
this.
yeah, like if this
Sweet.
movie would have just been allowed to be this movie,
Like
it probably
just
would have been
Demon
a
Knight.
pretty big success.
Well, it made way more of its money back. Nice model explosion.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
Holy
good.
fuck.
Yeah, like it was a successful movie, but I'm just saying, like, I think that the fact that it didn't gain more like cult status after the fact, and it might not be like because this was a Tales from the Crypt movie, but then like Bordello of Blood came out, and then it's like, oh, those Tales from the Crypt movies are garbage.
I think it's Bordello of Blood that did it.
Yeah, but it's just like,
All the real fans still know.
yeah, it's kind of like the whole National Lampoon's thing. Like back in the day, National Lampoon was the shit,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
And like, you know, the vacation
Because they had
movies.
they did
and,
shows
yeah.
separate of the movies and stuff, right? They were
Yeah.
kind of like an SCTV or a,
Yeah, well,
like
and
a
they were,
comedy troupe.
well, it was like initially it was a like a comedy newspaper.
It's a good thing she fucking refilled that key, man, because she done used it all, pouring it all over herself.
That would have been hilarious if she didn't.
Do you think that I just find women so attractive when they are literally covered in blood?
Yeah.
What is that? What's
You
the deal
just
with that?
it's just that they're wet. It's not that it's not that it's
not
blood.
Well, blood is kind of cool too, because maybe they're gonna kill you or something, right?
Yeah.
Some sexy blood-covered woman.
Yeah, why not?
I think she's getting a little liberal, a little crazy with the sauce here.
Again, yeah, you do
Like,
not have
Jesus,
enough of
lady,
that.
like holy God, you're supposed to wait till the final showdown.
Like she should have that backpack super soaker.
Yeah.
Imagine she Yeah.
I would, and does it have to be in the key? Because like I'd have buckets of it with me.
Oh, just
Oh man,
so
I'd be
much.
traveling hard with it.
So much. I would fill it up. I would fill up like boxes of wine,
Yeah.
so that people
Oh,
just
fuck
think I'm a weird drunk.
Probably leave them at the house. I'd have them all over. I'd safe houses of Jesus blood all over
Yeah.
the place.
I always
This
liked.
guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, he reminds me a bit of the guy from Jason Goes to Hell.
He looks like Bubba Gump Fish Gump.
He does.
He looks like Buddy. Is that him?
I
That
didn't
looks
see.
like him, eh?
He does, but I don't think so. He reminds me a bit of the dude from Jason Goes to Hell, though, like just the way he's dressed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With the long
Oh,
jacket.
yeah. He kind of looks like the
Creighton Duke.
Black Undertaker.
Yes, also that.
Do you think that the demon world on purpose was like, okay, well now a black girl has the key, we should send a black guy after her?
That's interesting. I don't know.
Because
I don't
like he ain't just whistling Dixie there, motherfuckers.
know.
Do you think that was a race thing that or did it just coincidentally work out that the next guy they sent was black?
I have no idea.
No, that's a question to ask the producer of this film. You got all that trivia. The one thing everybody wants to know, you don't have.
Well, people's racist casting never comes up in the IMDb trivia of the movie.
What the fuck, eh?
It's
Oh my
just-
God, is that Freddy's hand without the glove?
Yeah. It was like something I've never come across. It's like, well, they didn't want to cast Jada Pinkett because she's colored. Like they just didn't say that. Is that Angie Everhart?
It does look like Angie Everhart, actually.
Which then leads to Bordello.
Yeah. I don't
But,
think that's her.
No, it's not.
Pimpin' Crypt.
Speaking of now that we're looking at the Cryptkeeper, how much does he look like Kirk Douglas from the Golden Globes?
Is this Kirk Douglas? Kirk Douglas is doing a great job
Oh,
on this,
man.
by the way.
This really
Look at
was
those cheekbones.
like this kind of reminds me of a Muppet, but not like a Sesame Street Muppet Show Muppet, like one from like the Dark Crystal or something like that.
Right.
Like he has that kind of like
yeah, that vibe.
scared, like
Yeah.
Gelfling. You know?
Oh God, those are the
I
most
got
terrifying
great
fucking
pictures.
things I've ever seen.
One of the guys who made a bunch of the puppets for a bunch
Oh,
of the
that's
Jim Henson stuff. I got
right.
pictures. Like I sat next to Salacious Crumb from Return of the Jedi.
Oh
and,
man,
like it's I'll post that one online, but I got a bunch of those.
Too, man. That's the shit. I like that kind of stuff. What's his name there? What's his Audrey 2 was there, wasn't she?
Yep, she was there. It was a great. Yeah, it was there, and you could get your picture like in it, like you could get
in the mouth.
Yeah, it was the full size. That was my biggest disappointment. I asked for final cut, and I got it. I didn't even know what that meant back then. I do now, so it's like, okay. But it was so inside that like a teenager's not understanding it. I've seen so many people with those exact teeth now, though, growing up, and that makes me really sad.
Crypto teeth?
Just like the really long, like they should have fallen out teeth.
Yeah. Should have fallen a long time ago. Yeah. Possibly looks like they like took teeth out of somebody else's dying mouth and put it into their own.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they're like protruding.
Or they have fallen out a bunch of times and they're not going to the dentist and they keep jamming it back in there.
Cryptkeeper body double.
Yeah.
Does that keep you like at night? Yeah, it was Cryptkeeper's body double and no makeup needed.
Yeah, he was the one at the beginning when he was the director hopping around while they
like when I said it was a fake body, but really it was a fake head.
Yes.
Actually,
how do you
neither
think
one
that
of them
guy
were
feels?
fake.
What if he's listening to this and you accused him of being a fake body? He's not even a real body. Oh, I forgot Danny Elfman did the theme to this. It makes perfect sense.
Yes, it does.
But oh my god.
Who's this to now?
I don't remember this. So yeah, you
it's Helmet.
Oh, is it? Okay. And we were talking
I want to get the soundtrack again now that we watched this. The soundtrack's fucking awesome.
I'll go find it on
yeah, it's totally Helmet.
It was a really good. I remember you having this thing. You were always the music guy between us. I was never a huge I enjoyed music, but I never was like,
I actually know a lot of people like that.
I was never super and I was just like something would affect me.
Yeah.
Like I'm a single guy like that. It's like a singles guy. Like it's just like I hear a song and I'm like, I really like that song. I want to have that song.
Like I do the whole album.
But there's some things, and then the things that I did really like, nobody else even like knew. I'm like, I really like Days of the New, and everybody's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like
acoustic rock at its finest.
Like it was just like, and I had like their first.
They were really popular, actually.
Were they?
Yeah,
see, I like it was just like I would
say the first one that came out.
The first
that's not even them.
No, that was them. I finally found the reason.
Oh, okay, yeah, good call. Yeah.
And then
it's a little bit like Nickelback.
But they actually like wrote lyrics. They didn't just say like or Creed.
Who else is left?
I think that was my draw to them because I remember at first listen. I liked Creed, like in the early
I enjoyed their first CD.
Yeah, but and then when I kind of realized what they were all about, and then I kind of like
everybody jumped off of Creed because everybody was making fun of them and stuff. And
I just like it was just like
he was a fucking phony.
Yeah, it was. I just didn't like his. Like you watch in the music videos, and he's always doing like the arms wide open. And And I was just like,
I'm totally feeling.
I was like, he's not being a singer. Like, you know, when somebody's singing, they're just
he's posing for a Harlequin romance novel.
Yes, and so he's almost like he's choreographing his life, and I felt it. Like,
look at I'm dripping with sexuality.
Yeah, right. So,
he made a porno with Kid Rock.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh my god.
There's like a porn tape out there of him and Kid Rock.
Are you and I gonna watch a porno together?
Oh, we're gonna make a porno.
Nice. So yeah,
don't forget about narcissist porno people.
Yes.
Where you put your face on every character in the movie. That's what I like to do.
Oh, no, what I do, it's just me, again, from the chest up, like William Sadler and Kinsey.
Right.
It's all good. Make a point to go and see that scene. It's a very fun, it's a funny scene, but it's a really interesting scene because, again, these guys are doing this sex study and he's saying all this awful stuff, and it's really affecting Chris O'Donnell's character, who's like an assistant, right? He's not even, but the other guy's like a scientist.
Like, big deal.
Well, no, but he's like a scientist, and he's just like, I can't judge. I have to listen and just write down the facts. And then, because this guy's like, I was molested like 50 times before I was like 10 years old. He's like, I've had sex with like 30 people under the age of 5, and like, and the other guy like gets out of the room, and he's like, fuck, I gotta fucking kill this guy, right? And he's like, no, that's not what we're here for. We're here to You know, so it's tough.
Nice guy.
Aretha Franklin was in this. That
Yeah,
makes,
Baby I Love You, Wilson Pickett. Oh yeah, there it is right there. The Grave Diggers.
that's a great name for a rap group.
Ministry, Machine. Yeah. Oh yeah, Machine Head.
Megadeth. Dave
Mustaine. Yeah, buddy, that's a soundtrack right there, man.
Remember that Dave Mustaine scene in what was it, Some Kind of Monster, where they're like together and they have like they hate each other or something.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
used to. Yeah. Now they're like back together in therapy.
This was them. They were like meeting up
Yeah.
and like saying like how much it hurt. Like, I can't believe you did that to me, man. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah, well, they kicked him out because he was a raging alcoholic when they all were.
Yeah. But, well, that just really needs to tell you you're the one who needs the help first.
Yeah, like what the hell? Oh, you know what? I never knew what was in the circle there. It's the tattoos on their hands.
The stars, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, our version
Hand
of the movie
stars.
doesn't have it. There was a post-credit thing. I think there was supposed to be where he says, like, tune in for our next one, Dead.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Unless he said it
I don't
in the
remember
bit
that.
when
No, he
before
didn't.
got set up. Yeah, I didn't catch that. All right,
Maybe this is another crybaby where you made the scene up.
This is a lonely. Well, no, but I read about the scene because I didn't remember it. Maybe that's why I don't remember it because my version doesn't have it.
That's exactly right.
All right.
You didn't read anything.
No.
You're not even here right now.
Was I never born?
No, you.
We'll
were
find out
born.
next week.
Yeah. Ooh, a cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Was Joe born?
And then just at the beginning of the next episode, no context. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
born. All right, guys. Thank you so much. That was a really fun movie to watch.
We could find out that you were made in the laboratory or something, so you weren't technically born. You were created. You're half robot, half symbiote.
I feel like I was painted or sculpted out of something, then struck
Clay.
By lightning.
Clay.
I was made of
That had goat jizz in it.
Am I a golem?
Yes.
Nice.
You wish you were a fucking golem. You know how hard it is to get into that club? You know what kind of benefits the golems have?
Yes. And not like Gollum, like Gollum, like Golem, like
Golem.
A Golem. Golem.
Sounds like Conan O'Brien doing an impression of everyone.
Yeah, he does great ones. It's like I feel like I was doing Jon Stewart doing Johnny Carson.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, slow news day.
I love that, like doing an impression of someone doing an impression.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an impression right now. Okay, give me two people.
I can only think of really old. My first name that came to mind, no word of a lie, was Dick Cavett.
Dick Cavett.
We're not. I'm
Fuck
gonna.
is that?
No, I'm gonna do better. Damon Wayans.
Okay.
And Roseanne Barr.
Okay, so this is gonna be an impression.
It's not that new, but
okay,
still.
I will do. Do you want me to do Roseanne Barr doing an impression of Damon Wayans, or Damon Wayans doing an impression of Roseanne Barr?
Whatever one you feel like might be recognizable, you just go ahead and do it.
Okay. Homie, don't play that. That was Damon Wayans, by the way.
Yes. That's amazing.
What else
so he
did
was
Damon
doing...
Wayans do? I'm trying to think of one line. I'm trying to think of a line from the... Now you do Damon Wayans doing Roseanne Barr.
Okay. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
It's not bad, actually.
I did all right.
That was pretty good. Mine was way easier. Roseanne's really easy to do.
Damon
it's
Wayans...
kind of like Fran Drescher, like taking a crap.
Yeah.
New Roseanne's coming out soon.
Really looking forward to that. And like right down to every person, and they're going to address the whole ending that didn't go well and stuff.
I love that.
And they're just accepting everything for what it is. But they're doing.
I thought they was in the room. She was writing it all.
Yeah, in the end of the thing, she says, "Well, Dan dies."
Yeah. They
At
won the
one-
lottery.
like-
He dies. He cheats on her.
Like all this kind of stuff, and they're
was awful.
wiping all of that out.
They shouldn't do that with characters. You can't have like Homer Simpson and then he cheats on Marge like
Yeah. Well,
13 years down the line. Like, what the fuck?
they were trying to make them realistic, like in that,
Right.
like they're going through.
We don't
hard
want that.
shit.
Yeah, we
They're
don't
going
want
through-
that.
But it was
kind of like risque, I guess,
Yeah.
and a little like too smart for the
Yeah.
audience's own good.
But everybody's wiping out what they did in the original version, like Will and Grace.
I thought I saw the two Beckys.
Yeah, the two Beckys are there. I can address that because I know what they're doing. But yeah, in Will and Grace, at the end of the thing, they weren't speaking anymore, and they went like a like decades without speaking, and then they met again when their kids went to college together.
Oh, is that the idea of
And
the show?
That was what happened at the end of the last show. That was the finale. And then they all get together and they're all like 20 years older now and stuff like that, and it's weird. And then this one, they're still together, everything's cool. Like they just
happened after.
Yeah, because the way that it ended, the show ended in like present day, them no longer speaking to each other, then skipped away later. This one is they never weren't speaking to each other.
Okay, good. That's what I'm saying.
We're just skipping that.
Yeah.
And then, this one
never
is
happened.
like Dan and all this. But yeah, so like the original Becky is going to play Becky, but then they didn't want to disrespect Sarah Chalk.
New Becky.
So she apparently is going to be playing like a surrogate mother for one of I think
so they gave her a role.
Yeah, so like I think like Becky's gonna have a baby or something like that, but she can't
They
have
should
a
have
baby.
made it an ongoing gag where like halfway through the episode they just keep switching.
That was
half the episode is one Becky, the other half is the other Becky.
My thought was they were gonna go episode by episode because they actually did that in the later seasons when Lacey Goranson came back.
Right.
Well,
is
Sarah
it the new Becky or the old Becky?
The original Becky.
Okay.
And then so she came back, but then there were a couple of episodes that Sarah Chalk was just in.
Right.
And they just they address they're all kind of staring at him. They're like, "What?"
I remember that. They're
Yeah,
kind of like,
it's
"What the
just-
hell?" Okay, you know what? Now,
Mhm.
I want you to do an impression of Jack Nicholson doing an impression of Christian Slater.
Oh, the good news is if I do it poorly, it works.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So you want to speak now? Let me get into character.
He's feeling it. He's a method actor. He will
I don't have any shades.
He'll be stuck in this mode for days after this. That's why I do it to him. Fuck his whole life up.
I'm getting divorced.
That was gonna happen anyways.
Hey, Fred Savage. You're my little brother.
That's really good, actually.
That's why I took my
Your
time.
face was great. Usually in the face on.
Well,
him.
I've got. Hopefully, my
you're
camera's still
filming.
going.
We're
so
doing this one topless.
we're gonna release a behind the scenes on YouTube again. And by the way, anybody who doesn't know, our YouTube is back up to date. All of the episodes are on there. This episode
We
should be
paid
on
the
there.
bills.
Yeah. No, I just did
No,
it
we
again.
didn't.
I just stopped doing it for a while. Something to keep an eye out for too. Keep an eye out for Miscast TV. We're going to be doing some video postings that are unrelated to this specific show, although I'm sure we'll talk about this show to make you watch it or listen to it. But
That's a thing?
well, we can. Yeah, it's called cross promotion, and it's how we build our brand and turn into real sellouts.
Sweet. I can't wait to sell out.
I've been begging.
I haven't
to sell.
sold out my whole life. Like I'm telling you, no, yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, you fucking sell." You think somebody comes to you and be like, "Hey, I'd like to pay a couple $1 million to be in a show." You're like, "Yeah, fuck you." Yeah. I work at the corner store. I'm keeping it real forever, mother. Yeah. No, you'd be like, "I'm taking the fucking money."
See, like if one of us was offered so much money to do this show but get money, and it's like, yeah, but not the other guy.
I'm
You'd
in.
be gone.
You'd
be gone.
In.
I'd be gone. It would just be like,
bring on Carrot Top.
Yeah. It was like, don't worry,
Fucking
I'll fly you. I'll fly you out to LA for a visit.
Be there.
sometime.
Oh, thanks, man. Not to visit you, but to visit LA.
Yeah, just
and the bad parts.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna set you up at like the hotel across the street from the Standard.
I remember being.
And you're gonna be in East LA.
I went to like East LA
Oh my
because we
God.
had to go drop the rental car off or something. And dude, I couldn't believe it. It was literally like in a fucking music video. We stopped like at the corner.
Yeah.
There was a flipped over car.
Yeah.
A helicopter is circling just that vicinity, and there's a dude, a huge dude, ripped to fuck with 2 giant pit balls on the end of chains.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a fucking real deal. This is like a Snoop Dogg video. I was like, what? I was like, get me the fuck out of here right now.
No doubt. I feel like it's one of the only places on earth that is not like improperly stereotyped in movies. That's just how it is.
It was
which is
crazy
basically
looking.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Wandered around
San
a lot
Andreas.
alone in the night too. Sometimes I was like, I'm probably going to be killed any minute.
Yeah. I would never.
I didn't have nothing. They knew.
See.
They knew I had nothing.
See, for me, it's going to be like if I go to New York, it's just all comedy clubs at night. I'm just going to go somewhere for dinner, be at a comedy club, right back to the hotel, and then sleep until it's time to go to the next comedy club.
Right. I like that.
That's like my whole deal.
I'd rather go see a live band.
Yeah. So I don't know. I want to go to those like seedy underground comedy clubs where like the people just like, hey, and here he is just, you know, trying out some shit, Chris Rock. And then he's like, I don't give a shit that I'm here. I'm just like, I'm doing this for free. So
I'm
I
trying,
can like,
or maybe they're trying out some new materials.
Yeah. So that's where I want to be there for. I don't want to always see the polished shit.
I want to be at the ones where there's like a warning sign.
Yeah.
That says like, don't get offended because you're gonna be.
Yeah. He's going to call you a cunt.
Oh yeah,
to your
like don't
face.
sue us because this is going to get fucked up real quick.
I was really upset. Mike Birbiglia was in Buffalo recently for something called the Working It Out Tour, which was him doing the stuff to get ready for his new special. And so he was like going around trying all this new stuff and trying to figure out what order it needs to go in and all that kind of stuff. So he's trying it against different crowds. And so that ended up being his special that's coming out, the new one. And I missed out on that, and I was really bummed out.
Bummer. Bummer summer, bro.
Sad face. It was summer.
I don't even know who that guy is. I'm so sad for you.
Oh, he's brilliant. He directed that. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, so good you can't even fucking remember it.
Because I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired of your shit too.
He's brilliant though. You'd like him.
Come on, let's go eat chili. Let's come to my house. Let's go. It's time for chili.
All right, let's go get some chili.
Come on, this baby's wasted on you. Lisa, it's time for chili.
This life is wasted. All right, guys. As always, subscribe, like, tell your friends about us.
What's that like?
What? Friends?
Tell your friends and then tell us what it's like having friends.
Exactly. We can't even fucking stand to be in the same room together.
Oh my God.
Can't wait to fucking drown him in
I
his
can
chili.
stand to leave.
Yeah, there it is.
That's it. That's the only standing that's going when I walk the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But
every day, I'm like, I'm never coming back to this fucking asshole.
Yeah, but he's going to, and we all know it. So email us at podcast@miscastcommentary.com.
I wanted a storyline cliffhanger. Like yours, man.
No, but we gave up on mine immediately too, right?
Yeah, I just like everything.
We're both going to give up. Or are we? Email us at podcast@miscastcommentary.com if you want us to.
Just to give up on life.
Yeah.
Not just the podcast, life.
Yeah. Find us on Twitter at miscastpodcast.
That question's going to open the floodgates.
Oh, God. This is the last... that's my biggest fear. It's kind of like if you're like with a girl and you're really needy and you're like, do you really love me? You don't love me, do you? You don't love. Eventually the answer is going to be no.
Of
so
course.
Stop asking that goddamn question. And so, but here we go.
Or
Anyways,
like,
so
are you
please,
cheating on me?
Yeah.
You know, who's Tony?
Danza. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's when you find out that she's
That's not
cheating
even
on you with Tony Danza.
That's not
You're
even
cool
Taxi
with that.
Tony Danza. That's gray, weird Tony Award winner Tony Danza, who like tap dances all the time.
Gross.
All right. How long have we not been talking about the movie other than during the movie?
The entire time.
There it is. All right, guys. We will see you next week. We're going to announce another ripper for you.
Yeah. Hopefully it's called The Ripper. We made it.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's going to be...
Remember that time when you walked across the whole room farting? That should be The Ripper. It was in one of these very apartments. You started over there, and you literally made it somewhere like near this chair farting.
I do remember.
That was
back in my younger days.
That's the fucking Ripper, man.
That was my younger days when we could sustain such things.
Oh, fuck, a good fart, eh?
That's
why I wear tinfoil underwear. When you rip a good one like that, it makes this, it's like thunder in a puppet show.
Yeah. We must have been so annoying for our parents.
Oh, totally.
Like just how loud
yeah.
we were and stuff like that.
Even now.
It's like, I'm thinking about it and now I'm like, well, maybe I'm never going to let my kids have friends over.
Oh, man, like it must be fucking terrible.
Oh, brutal.
I was more hyper then.
There was some...
Did you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm slowly mellowing out and I'm still hyper as fuck.
We used to fight like crazy. Like, not like anger at each other fight, just like,
sometimes.
let's wrestle. Well, you get built up because you're slapping each other in the face and stuff. It's going to happen.
All the time.
But
that's why I always play wrestles ends in a fight.
I always used to have to be rougher with you, though, because you were like twice my size.
Yes,
So it was
yeah.
like, so I'd have to like do something. And I'm going way too, like a leg lock
Way
or
over
something.
the
I'm going,
edge.
like he would go lighter on me when he could rip my leg off, but I'd have to go really hard on him because I'm like, this somehow makes it even.
It does.
It did.
It's sound, justification for me.
The doctor said you'd walk again, and he was right. So I
Yeah.
don't see what you're bitching
It's
about.
kind of like a limp. It's more of a leg drag, but
Yeah. You're basically just
I'm
falling
upright.
forward constantly, and your feet are catching
I'm
underneath
up.
you. All right. I'm up too, baby. All right. let us say goodnight on our always our last boner references, where we gotta end this bad boy.
We hit our quota.
No, I don't think we did, but
if we don't make as like so many boners comments, we're not allowed to make that many the next year. You know, it's like the city budget.
Yeah, we hit our. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you don't use them, your budget goes down. Yeah,
we gave you 75 boners there, boys. You only used the 69, so
69. That's
that
two
was
boners.
totally. Woo, that's like the snakes eating itself. That's two boners going together.
There it is. Oh my God! Speaking of snakes eating itself, docking.
You know, docking.
That's two more boners. But we did exceed our
finger cuff boner time.
Yeah, we did exceed our Tony Danza.
Went way over the
quota.
Danza count.
So we're gonna move on to Catherine Hellman for next week. Okay, gang, we're gonna leave you at that now. We love you. Tune in next week.
Right on.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.